Settings. There we go. Recording.
Alright, so last we left off our adventure, we completed all of the towers, and gained all 8 lines of the Arcane Octad. Performing the rites of the Arcane Octad in front of the large spire that seemingly, rose into the air. No visible entrances, but underneath you could see, a giant ball of crystal that seemed to be, surrounded by a sphere of fire, in a sense. Knowing from Professor Scans giving you a bit of information, you learned that this is a magical item that you're able to attune to. So as you began attuning to the item, about 30 minutes through your attunements, you guys felt the rumbling beneath your feet as a tomb tapper crashed its way through the ground. And then as you were all focused on a tomb tapper, you also turned your head to the Oriole, reaching your hand down to grab Isaac. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Isaac, you will be suffering from a round of surprise because you were focused, because you were attuning to something.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad Karn wasn't attuning.
Is the Sirenscape bot supposed to be playing something, by the way?
Just now. It's not working.
Yeah.
Why is it
You don't
not?
hear anything? Oh god, hold on, let me turn it down before you try to fix it.
Yeah, I have it turned down to like.
Oh wait, that's why. I know why.
I'm shocked that Dorabella goes last. I mean, that's just, who would have guessed?
There we go.
I'm
Okay.
actually shocked that Karn goes first.
I think this is the second battle that I've rolled 21.2 so far, like the
It's-
last 2 times.
It's just unfortunate that Karn goes before me,
Yeah.
because you know,
Yeah.
because if I just go one right before Karn, I can at least taste him first round. But
There's a benefit also to me going last, because I can, if things go awry in one combat cycle, I can do something about that.
God, I love this battle music already. This is like
Yeah.
the most epic boss music ever. Love it.
Fire symphonies are amazing.
Alright, Karn, so you are first.
What does the Frost Maiden look like she's doing as soon as she popped up?
She sort of appeared out of thin air as ice crystals sort of just verge on a position. And you can see that she has her talons actively reaching down. And it looks like she's trying to grab Isaac.
Oh, well in that case that's a simple thing. Protective fatherly instincts kick in, activate El Regio, and
Is the size of her token accurate? By the way, is she a medium creature in this form?
Yes.
Right now, yes.
Okay.
so I could flank her then, correct?
Yes.
Well,
But you would
Doesn't
be
that,
fine.
that would
Tomb
I would say
Tapper
that
negate?
the Tomb
Oh, that
Tapper
would
would
cancel
flip
it out
negate
anyway.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, then let's go right there then. Turn that off. On. Let's just start off with 2 regular attacks.
Regular or the Great Weapon Master?
Well, I mean like
Non-reckless.
Non-reckless.
Okay. So using Great Weapon Master, you swing with your first attack, and she easily steps aside. You swing with the second attack, and this time she sort of turns around. Her head sort of twists on its neck to look behind her, similar to an owl. And you just feel a cold gaze sink to the bottom of your chest as she steps out of the way of your attack.
Oh, this is good to know. I will just gaze back and yeah, let's brace ourselves for combat.
Right, at the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to make a melee attack against Isaac.
No. Punish me, mommy.
Way to make it weird.
That is a 31 to hit.
Oh.
We...
Like,
You don't even need to ask at that point?
No. So you watch as she brings her talons down, and you sort of like look up in shock, and you feel your body begin to go cold. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's me.
You
Adrigast.
manage to shake off the effects of like this cold, and you're able to just barely bear it, but you are taking 20 gold damage, half to 10.
Well, at least we got the rings of warmth.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian.
Adrian will move up. And you know what? Just gonna come out swinging with my fists. Oh, not blessed, but I am flanking, so 16 and
16
then
and 25.
25.
Both of those will hit.
Bop bop.
Wonderful. I'll attempt a stunning strike with the first one. And then I'll see if that hits.
You strike her and you put your key into the strike. She is immune to stuns.
Got it. And the second one, I will attempt to add necrotic damage to it.
Sure.
Ba, ba, ba.
Right, so you hit her with the second one, and you sort of like put a pulse of necrotic energy into it. It seems as though she takes normal damage.
Perfect.
Like you feel the normal impact force.
I'll spend a key point to flurry of blows.
Sure. 15 will miss and a 14 will miss as well.
Got it. And then I will move away.
Alright. End of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to swing around, and she is going to make a talon attack against Karn.
Okay, disadvantage. Because of cloak.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, that is a 14, so I believe
That
that
will
was
miss. Correct.
right. Alright, start of her turn. She is going to once again reach down for Isaac, and touch him. That is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
And make another Constitution saving throw. Nice.
Resist that frostbite, baby.
So you're able to resist this chilling that seems to go to your bones, and you are taking 11 points of damage.
Alright.
And that's halved or before being halved?
That is before being halved.
So 5.
Halved
So
to
6.
6. Yep. Right, that will be her turn. Isaac, you are surprised, but you regain your reactions.
Alright.
Azragas.
I'm just going to make sure I'm in range, but I'm pretty sure I am. Yep, just barely. I'm gonna go ahead and cast haste on Karn, and as I do so, yell across the room, "You know what to do!"
Yes, I do.
So yeah, that's my 3rd level spell slot. And then I don't think I have any bonus actions, so yeah, that'll be my turn. I think actually I'll move. Right. I'll move a little bit further away. So that way, maybe, hopefully, being out of the Tomb Tapper's range. So move like 5, 10, 20, 25. And then 30, actually, we'll go there. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Everyone gets a bless. At 3rd level.
Am I in range?
Forgot that there's range.
I think it's 30 feet. I'm not sure.
Oh.
If it's
Does the range go up?
if it's 60 feet, then you can hit me. But
Let me just double check. I forgot that, like, very little important detail. What is this? Simply like. Let's see. Plus. Oh, it is 30 feet. That sucks. On.
I would just cast it at 2nd level and hit you 4.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'll do. 2nd level and hit for 4. And then let me just correct that little thingamadoogers.
Yeah, whoever designed the music for this is fucking badass.
Yeah, the Sirenscape is doing phenomenally.
This wasn't from Sirenscape. This is due to I didn't want to use Sirenscape music for this, so.
Okay.
Looks like I need some big bad evil guy music.
Story. Okay. Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. So you were blessing everybody, correct?
Except for Adrogast, so it's at level 2. Which means I should put it on. Because I figure plus attack and saving throws will probably be a good idea this time.
You said that was your turn?
Uh-huh.
Alright, the Tomb Tapper is going to move up to be right behind Karn. You'll watch as it takes 2 giant swings with a scammer.
Disadvantage.
That is a 12 and an 11, so both of those are going to miss.
Yes.
Oh yeah, what's your AC by the way with haste?
20.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Good.
So disadvantage.
Plus 20 AC. Yeah.
My broken ass cloak.
Alright, at the end of the Tomb Tapper's turn, the Frost Maiden is going to use a legendary action. Adrian, you watch as the Frost Maiden sort of crystallizes behind you.
Help! Please!
Right.
Was that
Karn.
the action? Okay.
Yeah, that was her legendary action.
Got it.
Let's see. What can I do? You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the opportunity attack at disadvantage since I haven't been hit yet.
Well, the extra action you get can be used to disengage
I know.
from haste. Okay.
I'm going to risk it.
I like it. I support.
That is a 17, so it is going to miss.
All right. So then that would be
Wager paid off.
25, 35, 40. Come up behind the Frost Maiden again. Charge at her. And then 3 more regular attacks, not reckless, so.
But all using Great Weapon Master?
Right.
And you're blessed. This is blessed plus flanking, right?
Right.
Nice.
Right, all 3 of those are going to hit.
Whew.
Come to me, Arl.
Holy crap.
I will end your rhyme. And boss has commanded it. And I smack the shit out of her with my axe.
That's so much damage.
Right,
That's
so
98.
three times in very quick succession, and you watch as her body falls and turns to slush on the ground.
What?
Please tell me that wasn't it.
I believe.
And you watch as
I mean, the music hasn't ended, so like.
Oh yeah, out metagame, yeah.
Yeah. But since the music hasn't ended,
Yeah.
I probably believe she's not dead.
Yeah, yeah. You kill the boss in 3 turns. Why is the boss music still playing?
Boss music playing.
You make a character that's crazy only because they hear the music that's being played in the background.
Right. So they metagame, but like
Oh,
everyone's
shit.
like, oh, you know, you're just a lunatic.
No! Not
What?
me! Not me!
What?
Oh no!
Alright, so you guys are going to watch as the body falls into slush, and then you watch as the slush sort of like rushes on the ground over to be in front of Adragas, and it takes a giant frozen form.
Oh.
Fuck.
But that's actually quite a bit more of what I expected.
With that,
And-
I will take my other 40 feet of movement and come try to assist Atrocast.
Yeah, when you would everyone would hear audibly Adragas, so like just say fuck when she appears right before him.
I
Everyone,
can imagine you screaming like a girl.
That too.
Man.
Yeah. Ah!
Like hits a pitch that he's never hit before.
For sure.
That'll be my turn though. Moving up to attempt to assist him.
Alright, at the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action.
How big is she now, by the way? I know that she's huge, but is there like a description of how big she actually is?
She is like she's a
Huge, I believe, is at least 10 feet tall. But I'm not sure.
So roll 20 actually fucked that up. She is supposed to be large, not huge.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, roll 20 fucked up. I'm looking at the book and the stat block, and they fucked up the second size.
No. Well,
As we
I guess
all have a sigh of relief as she's not huge.
Or actually,
Which means she can still be flanked, right?
yes. Yeah.
well, I guess it's a good thing I asked.
So, metagame question that could pertain to in-game knowledge. Would my character think that changing forms would possibly change, like, what kind of resistances and stuff that something has?
Nothing really changes forms except for like constructs. So
Okay. I would have no idea, so I'll just have to test things again.
I know this music. Where's this? Where the hell is this from?
right, so Karn, at the end of your turn, you guys watch as ice begins to sort of swirl around her in a storm. And everybody that is within 30 feet of her is going to be taking.
Just Adrigast. Oh wait.
Well, it's Adrias and Karn.
I'm here too, yeah.
Oh
I
fuck
have
yeah.
resistance though, so.
You're hiding behind my turn.
Oh, actually, Adrian gets
Adrian
hit
gets
too.
hit too.
30 feet.
You're going to be taking 5 cold damage and be afflicted by the frostbite condition.
Oh, we don't. There's no save against it. Shit. But
Well,
the,
it was
Do again?
it was the thought that counts.
is the do we take the 5 frost or cold damage before we're afflicted by frost damage? Or
I'm not sure how that works. Actually.
like, do we take the frost damage and then we get frostbitten?
It's an attack. Applies vulnerability.
So that's moderate frostbite?
No, I'm not sure.
It's moderate frostbite.
Not so, just not severe, right?
Correct. It's not severe.
Okay.
So since I'm resistant, what happens there? Do I
It's-
just automatically become vulnerable or just go to regular?
It's regular damage because we're all resistant to cold because of our rings of warmth. So then,
Goliath,
uh,
right?
now that we're vulnerable to cold damage, it evens out, so we take cold damage as normal from now on.
Correct.
But the 5 would have been half to 3, right? The initial 5. Is that what I'm? Is that correct?
It would apply. The vulnerability applies before, according to
Okay.
the rules.
So we take the full 5 damage. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no! My concentration, dude.
No.
Oh no, I'm paralyzed or stunned or
Yeah,
whatever.
you're
it is.
stunned for this round. Fuck me. I'd have to roll
be
a
fair,
2.
that's what we get for cheesing.
Yeah.
It's not your last. It's not. Well, I can't ask.
No,
No,
I have
Stormslayer
more
right
spell
there was
slots.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's the, oh no!
Oh no, that means I'm gonna lose my rage too.
Oh shit.
Unless you get attacked.
No, he took damage, right? So he's fine.
I did take damage,
Oh okay.
You're good.
but I
All right, Adrian.
That was your turn
so
of
I
lethargy,
see
right?
that transpire, and Karn just kind of like slumps over. So that's 30. Ba, ba, ba. And then I'm gonna hit her. And I'm not sure how you do flanking in this again. Is this considered flank because it goes through the middle of her?
It is.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. I'll flurry of blows. I already know I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
Bad baseline. Ooh, nice crit.
First one is going to miss. Second one is going to miss. Third one will hit, and the last one will hit.
Okay, I will hand of harm on the last one.
Sure.
Big.
it's
Okay.
like some 60s action hero music.
Yeah, right? Like, I just imagine the Frost Maiden has, like, a mustache right now.
We're surprised we're actually in an episode of what's the new anime I'm watching? Cowboy Bebop.
There you go.
Oh,
There
hell
you go.
yeah.
I was gonna go with Lupin, but Cowboy Bebop's way cooler.
Right, so you attempt to hit her the first time, and the ice that is formed is a bit harder than you expected, but you're able to adjust for your next 3 punches. I mean, your next 2 punches as you're able to begin like chipping away at the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. End of your turn. She will use a legendary action to make a melee attack against you.
Yep.
That is a 16 to hit, so I think that misses.
Misses.
Yep, okay. Alright, on her turn... I should probably still do this. Karn, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Let me just check it off.
I will put you
Wait,
down.
that was just charisma. Hold on. I am +1, so I have a 3.
But you also get blessed because you're still blessed.
You get blessed, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not
You
gonna matter.
apply?
That.
Yeah,
Yep.
bless applies to saving throws
I have it turned on, but it's never mind.
because you did a charisma check. So it'd be 5 total,
Nice.
Right, so you guys watch as a gem-sized ice crystal hovers within 5 feet of her, and you watch as Karn begins to freeze. His body shatters, and then you see a light from where his body was fly into the crystal. So Karn, you are
soul entrapped.
considered stunned. You have total cover against attacks and other effects, and you will be taking damage at the beginning of each of your turns.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I have anything to do with that.
So...
And there was a crystal that she summoned that did that?
Yes, and it's hovering around her.
Okay.
Right, and that is her action. So Isaac.
Alright, let's do this. Main action is going to be Radiant Soul, camp out the spectral wings. Get the radiant stuff going on. I use 2 sorcery points. First, I'm gonna go 20 feet up in the air, and then I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points and use quick and spell. Sorry, why is it being slow? Yeah, quick and slow. Quick and spell. And I'm going to firebolt from a radius starting from where she died initially. So I think the 20 feet will extend all the way out to her, but not to anyone else over there.
The 20 feet of what?
Fireball.
20-foot wraith. 20-foot fireball.
Oh, fireball. Okay.
But yeah, it's emanating out from where she first became a puddle.
He's 20 feet in the air, though.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 20 feet sphere, though, so I believe that would still catch you.
Even if I'm 20, that's not how math works.
Yeah, 20 feet away and 20 feet up would be 30 feet, or roughly, I think, using Pythagorean theorem. Because, like, it'd be 20 feet this way, and then 20 feet this way.
That might be the first time I've ever heard anyone say that in a TNG game.
Yeah, there's a bit of risk to that.
But yeah, that's like roughly like that. I'm pretty sure like that's how it works.
I would have known consciously to move myself out of the way. So if that means I need to go hover, if I need to go
higher.
15 feet up and 5 feet above Dorabella, or like 5 feet over, so I'm hovering over Dorabella, then I would do that too. Because I'm also, sorry. Let's, first, I'm sorry, Maya. I don't mean to
You're fine. I'm looking up a rule to see if, like, just to see exactly the way that, like, the calculations work in D&D.
Oh, for like range or vertical range and shit.
Correct.
Well, here's a good question, actually, that might make it fruitless. Since rekindling my relationship with my ancestor, is my radiant form, is my flight normal again?
Your flight speed is normal, yes, because your flight speed gives you 30 feet, correct? Is that what it says?
Yes.
It doesn't stay equal to your walking speed, it stays 30 feet, correct?
Yeah, it would be 30 feet, and it was losing it when I was under control.
It's back to 30 feet.
Okay.
I thought you were
So in
going to say
that
I
case, I
rekindled
would
their
have just gone
relationship.
30 feet up, and this would all be pointless. I was functioning under the mindset that I was wrong. So 30 feet up, firebolt or fireball. You know what? Fuck it. Level 4. Smoke him if you got him.
Shit.
Very nice.
She failed her save, but she is going to use a legendary resistance to succeed.
Okay. So that is 35 and a half. So that's
It's like, I don't know. I can't math.
17.
35.
17.
18. Okay.
18, yep.
Okay, yeah.
It appears to have been a bit more effective than you would have expected. You watch as, like, parts of, like, the ice begin to, like, melt.
Ooh. Adrigast will be effective.
All right. From here, yeah, that's all I can do. I end my turn. I've done more than I needed to do, or more than I could do normally. There we go.
Proud of you.
Righty, end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to make an attack against Adrigast.
No.
That is a 28.
Barely.
You're going to be taking 4 piercing damage,
Okay.
and 8 cold damage.
Okay, so 12 total. Ouch.
Seems like either a really low roll or not very much damage.
I wonder if the legendary action attacks might do less damage.
That's what I'm wondering too. Meanwhile, Karn's just an icicle.
Popsicle.
Isn't that
Different.
what you've always wanted?
Yes.
Oh, it also sorry. There's also some more damage that gets tacked onto that because I did the Radiant Soul, and once the Radiant Soul,
So like some radiant damage, right?
yeah, let me just link that into the description, and it would have been
So
8
you level.
radiant,
Would have been what?
8 radiant damage flat.
Okay.
I think. Are we level 9? I think
No,
it
we're
might be
level
9
8.
actually.
Oh, we are level 9.
Level 8. Wait.
So what, it
Why
would
am
be
I
9
why
damage.
am I level
Are you
9?
9?
Yeah, we are 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
9, then yeah, you're 9.
Yeah, we're all right.
Okay.
Don't be too worried. It's all good.
Surprise! I'm a level above all of you.
Yeah.
I've seen weirder things.
True.
So yeah, 9 radiant damage.
Sure. Adrigast.
Uh-huh. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I want to do fire damage stuff, but it doesn't seem feasible. And Karn just went down, and I have to do something. So,
Sorry.
Adrigast kind of screaming out in his old man voice, "I will not be useless this time," as I cast Polymorph on myself to turning myself into a giant ape.
Question. When you
Yeah.
use polymorph, do you grow where you are?
Yeah, like if I go into a large creature like a giant ape, I just I expand in the space. So I would I expand down this way, I assume. Because an ape is an ape a huge creature? Or
Yeah. But this goes up, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I can actually show you guys that picture now.
Oh, dope. Really help. It's hard to appreciate the dimensions
what picture?
of the
Mythlar?
of the tower. Yeah, the Mythlar.
I do have to find it, so.
It's all right. We won't go ape shit.
So I imagine that
Some of us
would it be like that or like this?
Huh?
Would the,
Whichever one you want.
okay, I'll be like that. And
Does
then
bless carry over?
I'm not blessed,
Oh, that's right. You weren't.
but it
blessed.
would have.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move Adragast's token over here for the moment, so that way it's out of the way.
Oh, did I show you guys the like handout for Grimskull?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that one.
And then because that's my action, I need to click on polymorph so that way I'm concentrating. There we go.
Beefy attacks on Mr.
Eh.
AP.
Yeah, do I attack, or when I take damage in ape form, does that trigger concentration attacks still, or concentration checks? Right?
Yeah, it still would.
So yeah, that's my main action, is to polymorph into an ape, and then, that is my turn. So, can I, if I put, oh, God, that's sick.
Super cool.
Where's the actual hand of that?
But if I put like the this token on the ape, well, does that auto concentrate?
It should.
Based on like the ape's constitution.
If not, then just click on the ape and then type exclamation concentration in the chat.
Yeah, let's see. It's not working. I'm just gonna see if it works, like if it rolls it. No, it doesn't.
Where the hell?
But I can just manually roll. I can just manually roll the concentration checks, so no worries.
Hard to know if I could have like picked different spells to deal with the ice thing.
See if I can just search. Here we go.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's big.
Oh wow.
That's
Like
awesome.
the dissolving part of the picture is really cool.
That is
Credit to the
so
artist.
nice.
I like how there's like one person like laying down like, I'm here, guys.
Meanwhile, the wizard's trying to cast Fireball right in front of the party.
Yeah.
I will take all.
And then, before I would have polymorphed into an ape, or because I don't keep my own like senses when I polymorph into an ape, right? As far as, like,
I believe
stats.
True polymorph is the one that makes you lose it, right?
Well, like I use the polymorph creature's stats, but like I'm taking, but
No,
I
I think you think the same.
okay.
Wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect, blah blah blah. Target's level. The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. So, yeah, all of your stats get replaced.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. But before I had seeing what happened to Karn before I went into ape form, have I ever seen anything like that before? And do I know if destroying that crystal would like release his spirit? Question mark.
You have no idea.
Okay.
You never seen anything like it, that's for sure.
Okay. But yeah, after going into the ape form, I am done because that's an action.
What? Am I good?
Once Amaya's ready, you should be good to take your turn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know I'm good.
But Dorabella's not.
Is going to spend the last of her legendary actions.
Dorabella might be good.
Nah, she's evil. Confirmed.
Just because she wants to kill someone that she deems as evil doesn't make her evil. Right?
Don't say it, Adrian.
Monk would come up with the philosophical discussion about that, wouldn't she?
Sorry, so using the last of her legendary actions, she is going to imbue her divine will into a piece of ice over by Dorabella and Isaac. And you guys are going to watch as a small little ice devil pops up.
Ice what?
Ice devil or ice method?
Well, they're fiends. That's what I meant by devil. That's why
Oh,
it's
okay.
small.
Like, ice devils aren't big deal.
Okay.
They're called frozen devils. The big ones are.
Oh, okay. Thank you for correcting me.
Okay. I'll drop my longsword and Mace of Disruption. Swing once at the method.
Sure.
Ignore that. Well, actually, no, that's correct, isn't it? If I hit. I get over 14 hits on method.
That is going to hit.
Okay. Is it still up after that?
It only does bonus damage to undead, so yes, it is still up.
And fiends.
It does hit to fiends as well.
Yep.
It's not a fiend. I lied. It's an elemental.
Oh. Alright.
So when I said ice devil, that was incorrect.
Gotcha. Alright. I can choose after a hit whether to dump a smite into it, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Normally it's before you roll damage, but it'll auto roll
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
before you roll damage usually. But you should probably turn off the auto roll damage.
Yeah. Good point. Oh jeez.
Where's my d6?
Where's that again? It's in the settings, right?
Yeah. So you click the little gear by like the spell tab, and then there should be a spot that says auto roll damage always or never.
Okay. Don't auto roll damage. Cool. All right. Yes, I'm going to do a smite, which will be this, and then I will roll damage, which will be. I guess I need to do this again.
What level?
Oh, level 1. All right, so just for the damage. There we go. 17. Yeah.
Alright, you hit it, and then you watch as the divine energy sort of like pulses through the Morning Star on impact, shattering the ice methods. I need you to make dex saving throws.
Even being 30 feet above it?
You know.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Orbella, yes.
And then with bless. Oh,
Make sure
jeez.
that you're putting your heights, by the way, in the bread circle.
Understood. Got it. So that's what that's used for.
That's what I use it for, yeah.
Is that copacetic? Is that kosher? Is that safe? Oh wait, I can add. Hold on. If you're on combat, you can add your. Oh, I think that's already calculated.
It
Shield master?
should be calculating.
Yeah, because otherwise I have like -1.
Do you have a negative dex modifier?
I have 8.
Oh.
Alright,
Investing
well,
your paladin aura?
yeah,
if
it-
you succeed
Oh.
regardless.
Yeah, because that's including.
That's true.
Yeah, your paladin
It's
aura.
not- Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, well, like she said, it
Yeah.
passed either way, but that's good to know that it doesn't. I don't have it factored in because the aura is actually the +2, so it would be another one.
Good job, you did.
She's bonus.
So you do succeed, you're going to be taking 2 cold damage after 1.
Okay.
Juan.
All right. I'm really, putting myself at risk here, guys.
Do not fail this con save. For bless.
I guess I'm gonna go over here because I only took 1 attack, and I'm gonna swing at this
Oh.
a-hole.
Wait, are you not auto concentrating?
I think I am.
Because did
I
you?
should've.
It didn't have you make a con save for bless. To maintain concentration for the 1 damage you took.
Gotcha.
It's not having him concentrate that high.
Okay.
Yeah, just
You
roll.
actually click on bless when click on your token and then cast bless again. Because it looks like you never actually clicked on the spell when you casted it.
Yes, that's a good point. Hold on.
And then you can just re-add, and then re-minus the damage.
Yeah.
So that way it'll auto-roll. Or you can just roll a manual con
Yeah.
save.
Second level. Yeah, so there we go. And then that.
Then just add 1 and then -1.
What do you mean?
Like, trigger a
Oh.
con save.
Gotcha.
And it should apply your bless too automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Alright. Yeah, if 1 damage did it, I was just gonna be like, I don't think this battle's gonna go well, boys. Alright, I can't switch weapons because I already did a swing. Boosh, that's gonna be against Mr. Big Guy here. It's a 16 hit.
That is going to miss.
And that'll end my turn.
Alright, the Tomb Tapper. Isaac, you look down and you see a hammer flying at you.
Just throws it up in the air.
That is a 20 to hit.
So if it meets my AC,
It hits. If it hits your
well,
AC.
yeah, it's gonna hit.
Unless you get shield.
I thought I can I intercept, or do I have to be next to him? Oh, I have to be, yeah, okay, never mind.
I think it's 5 feet within the creature that's making the attack, right? Can you link
That's
it?
the, it's Shieldmaster, right?
Oh, no, that's interception.
Oh, interception, okay,
Interception fighting style.
got it. No, yeah, it would be, I think I have to be next to him for fighting style. I
How
remember.
does 5 foot within the ally?
Yeah, I think that it is it. Yeah, I can't just enter, that would be nice. Wait.
There's one that does both. Like there's one that does there's one way and one's the other way.
Oops. Sorry.
Make shield
Take an
master
attack
again.
action.
What fighting style do you have?
I have dueling.
Oh, you're dueling.
If
Okay.
you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity throw, you can use your reaction to take no damage on a saving throw interposing. Okay, yeah, it's interporting myself.
Yeah.
So
So you're good.
Yeah,
You're
even
good
with-
too.
Even with shield, I'd get up to 20. So
okay.
Alright, so this hammer flies at you. You feel it strike you, like, dead in your chest. and you are going to be taking 34 force damage from the hammer.
Ouch.
Be careful of what you just said, because you almost did strike me dead in the chest.
As the hammer just goes through his chest.
Yeah, he goes unconscious, falls 30 feet, and then dies from the falling damage.
And that would have happened.
Yep.
Hammer just hits him and he goes flying up towards the Mythlar, and we just see him
Oh, yeah,
disappear.
gets launched into the Mythlar.
Don't have a second character die. Not this fast, okay?
Right, and then Gorilla, it's going to rear claw and attempt to make an attack at you, but you're able to bring up your shield and block it in time.
Great deal.
Oh man.
Right, Karn, at the beginning of your turn,
Let's do
Can
it.
he get to do it? Does he get to try to do anything?
Probably not.
nope.
Rip.
Ow.
Fuck.
Popsicle ban.
You are going to be taking 21 cold damage.
This is still the vulnerability too, right?
It's just base 21 because you had it circumvents your resistance.
Yeah.
So it's just a straight damage.
The resistance and the vulnerability cancel each other out, so.
Correct.
Alright. I'm still looking pretty frozen.
Let it
Alright,
go.
and then at the end of your turn, you can go ahead and repeat the charisma saving throw.
Oh, there we go.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
no.
Let me make sure I got everything ticked on this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
That's still not enough.
Oh my god!
In the crystal.
This
You're in
DC's
trouble.
this DC is massive.
I'm not gonna be able to get out of this then.
I wish I could like safely go next to you, but that's not gonna like. I need to be here with this motherfucker. So. I
Does
just, like,
anybody
get
have a few
away.
torches?
Yeah, just melt thaw you.
Alright, Adrian, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'll hit it 4 times.
Still
Just had to
flanking.
reload my game, so. One, two, three, 4.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Those are some
Very
good
Clara
hits.
Punch War.
You rolled 2 on bless on every attack. That's kind of funny.
Yes. Do any of those hit?
The first 3 hit, the last one misses.
Oof.
It's rough.
19, so close.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just burn a use of Hand of Harm on one of them.
Sure.
We out here. We
Yeah.
dealing damage.
Getting it.
And then I'm gonna run away.
Right, you punch her 3 more times, and you see the cracks sort of begin appearing in the ice, sort of like spidering across her form.
Yeah, I end my turn.
Alright, on her turn, Adjiga, can you make a charisma saving throw?
You've got to be shitting me, really?
She rolled a 6 on her recharge.
Oh my god. I'm using the ape's charisma. Oh no!
Oh,
Fucking-
Shazbot.
There is no shot. No shot I get this.
Where we can be popsicles together. Oh,
So you watch as the giant
God.
ape turns into ice, shatters to the ground, scattering ice across the floor, and you watch a beam of light shoot into a second crystal that begins hovering around her.
Does that, like... I don't understand how that works with me being polymorphed. Does my polymorph end, or am I still polymorphed inside the thing? How does that...
You'll still be polymorphed, and you'll still need to be making your con checks, or your con saves.
Okay. But I can still use the ape.
Like, whenever you take damage at the beginning of your turn, you'll make your con save or con check. So.
Okay.
Alright, then you watch as she sort of begins like moving in on the other two. That is her turn, Isaac.
All right. Fuck it, why not? I think we're all about to die. Let's do this. I look back at Dorotella and I'm going to do a fireball behind her so that it doesn't reach me. So I would say 15 feet behind her.
Sure.
But bonus action first, with my new Hexblade's Curse coming from Ariel, the Solar of I'm trying to be so specific. I get my Hexblade's Curse on them as well. And then I do the fireball.
What
Sorry,
level?
fireball.
Yeah, what level?
Where did Adrian go?
She's over here. She ran away.
Oh,
She's fucking.
You know what? Fuck
Gotcha, I
it.
see.
Let's smoke him if you got him. I'm gonna continue to say that. Second level. Sorry, fourth level. Can't do a second level fireball.
Yeah, second.
Sure,
I
go for it.
downgrade my fireball to firebolt.
I'm down. I like it.
Lesser fireball.
I feel like that should be a thing, though. Oh.
not bad. Please fail DC.
That's an 8. She's going to use her legendary resistance to succeed.
Okay. But she seemed to take more damage to fire, as Visu said last time.
Correct.
So she still takes the full 27 fire damage because she's vulnerable. She just doesn't take double that.
And then she takes half of the 11, which would be 10. Or sorry, 5 or 6, whichever how you want to roll it.
She is looking extremely, like, damaged. Like, you can see ice chips beginning to, like, fall off of her. Like, just sort of, like, dripping to the ground.
God, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can fucking do?
And you watch as the 2 crystals that were surrounding her melt, and you watch as Karn plops to the ground from where the crystal was, sort of forming in a body of ice, and so does a giant ape.
Oh,
Big. Come to me. Isaac, you're looking a little worse for wear. I have hands, you know.
And I do, with that, I swoop down with my, in a very angelic dive. I do like a very sort of backwards, like Led Zeppelin in a background dive over to get down to Dorabella, and I am now at her level.
I am still, for reasons I won't explain to you, very upset with all of you, but... High five.
High-fived.
Right, is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Alright, she is going to use a legendary action.
Do it again.
yeah, to put one of us back in the crystal.
So Isaac, you watch as she sort of forms a crystal between her 2 fingers, and then she throws it in sort of like an arcane way in your direction. That is a 21 to hit.
I will use Temporal Shunt. Oh, no, I'll link it. Yoink.
Nice.
Probably should have used Divine Allegiance instead, but...
I mean, I would say, I don't know. We don't know how many more legendary resistances she has, but this might burn the last one if she really wants to make that attack.
Yeah. I'm gambling so that I don't have to use Divine Allegiance. Not 17 be enough.
That is a 30.
Rip. Okay, she's very wise. And that burns the reaction, so I can't use Divine Allegiance, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, rip.
And that will hit.
Oh no, Icewind.
Right, you're gonna be taking 4 piercing damage and 3 cold halved to 2.
Okay.
I'm still up.
Are you serious?
I have 1 hit point.
Oh my god.
The resistance
Oh.
to cold.
Well, sucks that temporal shut doesn't work, but you know, glad it worked out.
Oh man.
Sorry, that was a very aggressive way of saying that. That just like
No,
I
no,
fully
no. You
expected to go
like
down.
your reaction is completely appropriate.
Right, outcast.
So I'm prone on the ground because I kind of like plopped out, or
Correct.
okay. I'll just
Let me read it for the exact. Freed creature appears. Oh, nope, you are not prone. And actually, you guys get to decide where you want to be within 30 feet of the crystal.
oh I'll just be right where I am, like right next to her. It's fine.
Same.
All right.
And yeah, I'm beat my chest as an ape do and punch her twice. Boop.
Pong.
It's
Oh wait, why is it rolling to DM? There we go. Never mind.
No.
Oof. I'm assuming that misses.
How is a nat 1?
It's nat 1 on the bless.
yeah.
It's just
Oh,
nat 1.
okay.
Yeah.
Either way, that 19 is still going to miss.
Actually, I'm not blessed though.
No, you're not.
Oh,
I didn't
well, you
bless
have
you.
bless turned on.
Why does the ape have
One
blessed?
Because the ape has it.
The
They
ape?
probably were blessed last time, or the ape was blessed last time it was a thing.
Yeah.
How do I
and
turn
We're
that?
just using the same thing. You have to manually edit the attack roll, probably.
Okay. Let me see here.
Good try though.
I have another one.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got multi-attack, I believe.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I turned off the addition, the bless on the fist attack. So then here's the second fist attack. 21
That is going to hit.
for 18 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, so you hit her and you watch as her body sort of shatters into shards of ice. And then you watch as those shards of ice coalesce into a singular crystal.
Good timing on the music.
Yeah, right.
Final boss stage, maybe?
Yeah. Next phase, next phase.
I'm just waiting for her to be like, you haven't seen the final form.
Oh, I see a crystal.
And you guys watch as this crystal lands, a giant sort of blizzard begins swirling in a radius around it. And you guys are no longer able to see the crystal within that storm.
Within what storm?
Oh.
What's the...
Yeah, what's the radius on it?
You guys don't see that aura?
No.
No.
You turn that on.
Oh god, this is gonna suck.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a blizzard, there's like a little blizzard in that aura?
Correct.
Okay. And then to finish off my turn, giant ape monkey has 40 feet of movement. So we're gonna go 20, 30, 35, 40 to put myself right in front of the Tomb Tapper.
Okay.
and I'll just like fucking gorilla, fucking gorilla growl at it.
Ooh.
Right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. Sorry.
Right, doorbell.
I'm going to grab onto Isaac's leg as he's floating above me and just pump in 45 lay on hands. And I don't think I have a bonus action in this situation. Unless the spell is a bonus action, which would be concentration, which I'm not going to burn right now. Okay, then it's my turn.
Oh wait, I need to
Alrighty.
find a marker for Exploit's Curse.
Can you transfer it after the target dies?
Well, technically, I don't think the target's died.
That's what,
The
yeah.
target has not died.
Okay, so it would still be on the crystal.
Yes.
What do you mean, Crystal? That's just her, the goddess.
Yeah.
Her divine form just walks out of a portal.
Oh god, please no.
Divine
indeed a god.
mention much?
Casts gate. Walks through.
Yeah, we're definitely weaponizing Mythlar if that's the case. Oh.
I mean, we're gonna weaponize Mythlar. We just
Anyway.
need time.
Right, Dorabella, you watch as it brings down 2 hammer attacks. That's 2 natural 20s.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Oh
Wait,
no.
wait. I think there might be something I can do.
Oh, speaking of which, Isaac, draw your Enduring Wound card.
Oh yeah, because it would have been more than
True.
half my
Well,
HP. Right?
Now
Yeah.
I wish I saved poor old Shunt. I don't think it would work on that.
Well, you had to give it a try.
Yep.
Oh, now you have 2 cards.
Oh, did not mean to do that.
You
Trying to
should be able to
play
just
one.
drag one of them though onto the board.
For some reason,
I
it's not
just do
like-
this.
Can you do that?
That
Oh,
works.
sorry. Let's draw again. Why is it?
You just click and drag it onto the map. So just like click on the card and then drag it. There you go.
I was being too.
It was force damage, which would be
It'd be Arcane Dent, so you have a -1 to your AC.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
But that would have been solved by Dorbella's killing hands, actually.
Okay. So,
nice.
well,
Okay.
I love that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's. Let's make sure that.
So it's force damage. It's not bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, right?
Correct. Oh boy.
That's not a good
So
thing.
from the first one, you were taking 45 force damage.
It's never a good sign.
Nuclear.
You can just click on your token and hit -45
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, do the -45
on
in
your
the health.
bubble.
Then press enter. Yeah, and then the bless falls. Because the
Yep.
DC was 22.
And from the second natural 20, you're going to be taking 60 force damage.
And I'm down.
60? Wait, hold on.
One turn.
Hold on.
Holy shit.
100 damage.
What?
Hunter.
What? What's your HP maximum? Does that auto kill you?
No. It doesn't auto kill her, but she does need to draw a card.
only one? Hype?
Oh, it's
The first one, the 45, I don't think was more than half of your HP.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
It wasn't. No.
okay.
Yeah, I would have gotten
Wait, hold on.
Oh
My
no.
max is one. Oh yeah, no, 60 is. What is
Reduce
it?
your strength by 2.
Oh,
Oh no.
Shit.
Yeah, your strength score gets reduced by 2.
That's a
Oh,
bad
God.
one.
That's what I have. That's why my strength score is currently 9.
So just put traumatic life force underneath your features, and then put in reduced strength by 2, tier 5.
It's a tier 3, not tier 5. It's a tier 3 wound, takes a level 5
tier
healing.
3, 5, yep, you're right.
Wait, so hold on. Okay, near my what?
Just,
In your features, underneath your features,
Features.
create a new feature. It's where like all of your like channel divinities and stuff are located.
Gotcha. Okay.
Create a new feature, name it traumatic life force, parentheses tier 3. And then hit other for the source and type in critical wound. And then strength score reduced by 2 in the description.
and then reduce your strength score by 2.
Yep, I did. Well, looks like it's a shitty day. It's a shitty day to be Dorvella.
What did I delete? Did I delete? Yeah,
It was the ape token, but it's fine.
Alright, so you guys watched as the Tomb Topper brings in 2 giant swings with its hammer, and you guys watch as it comes in a lot faster than normal, and you guys watch as almost like a purple arc of light sort of burns on the end of the hammer as it strikes Dorabella twice, and you watch her body crumple to the ground. Right, Karn.
Oh, this is an unfortunate series of events. But I have a mission. I'm going for the crystal. Now, what happens once I reach the blizzard?
Once you enter the blizzard, your frostbite is going to go up a tier to severe. Actually make a con save for that. My bad. This one does have a con save. Right, so you avoid it going up a tier. However... as you enter, you're going to be taking 10 cold damage as you enter this fray.
Alright. And I'm going to make 2 reckless attacks against the crystal.
Okay. 20 misses, and the second one misses as well.
Jesus.
A 20
Yeah,
misses.
my bless is gone, so
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll do me. What have I done?
Right, Adrian.
Well,
Oh, sorry. On an initiative count 20, you guys watch as, or you guys hear a voice in your head. Reduced to this by mortals. I must recover. You still must fight me. You can meet me at the top of the spire. And you watch as the crystal disappears, as well as the aura that surrounds it. As she uses her later action to teleport to the top of the spire.
I'm going to scream at her. Come back here, coward!
Wait, never mind. I can't do anything.
alrighty then.
The times I wish I had counterspell or something equivalent.
I have counterspell, but I couldn't counterspell. I wouldn't be able to counterspell that even if I wasn't in ape form.
True.
Because it's a lair action, not a spell.
What stinks is we can't take a short rest because then she'll attune to the fucking thing. like, yikes.
Yeah, I don't know how long we have for her to recover, but either way, we need to fucking go finish her off. Somehow, I think.
All right, Well, we still have to deal with the Tomb Tapper, so.
Yeah, we're still in combat.
I'm gonna use my action to dash and point out that I'm a magic being. So attack me, Tomb Tapper.
Make a persuasion check.
I've got magic hands.
Alrighty.
I tried. Okay, I'm done.
Right, Isaac.
All right. Fuck. All right. Still flying. Going to. Well, since she's down, yeah, I'm going to interpose myself between, the thing and Dorabella, as I use my action to pour a potion of healing down her throat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use another quicken spell, so another 2 sorcery points. And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on the Tomb Tapper.
Okay, go ahead and roll the healing.
Okay.
2d4 plus 4 because it was minor, correct?
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2 for a minor.
Is it plus 2?
Yeah, because it's
I thought it was 2d4 plus 4.
no, it's 2d4 plus 2, and then greater is 44 plus 4. Superior is 8d4 plus 8, and then supreme is 10d4 plus 20. Pretty sure.
Oh. Totally just did the wrong thing. 2d4 plus 4.
Potion of healing it's 2d4 plus 2? Yep, you're right.
So it's actually 5
Oh,
points
and-
of healing.
1 second. I also have something else I can do with that. I'm pretty sure empowered healing. I can use a sorcery point. Post it. To reroll any number of those dice once, provided you aren't incapacitated. So I'm going to reroll the D1.
Okay.
Wait. Can you do that with
Both of
potions?
them if you wanted to.
Can you do that with potions? 'Cause it says with spells.
Oh, does it?
It says when you can empower healing spells.
Oh, right.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. A spell restores. Got it.
But yeah, it would be 5 points of healing though, because it's minor, so it's 2d4 plus 2. Amaya confirmed.
Got it. So it would have been 5, but you're up 5 then.
Correct.
And inflict wounds.
Oh wait, I'm up for 5?
Yeah, you're at 5
Yeah.
hit points.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I hope I don't die.
That is going to hit.
Watch it, like, be immune.
It's going
that-
to be.
That's Bless is gone, by the way.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know why it was still up. I'll get it down in a second. Yep, gonna do this. 3rd level.
Okay. You touch it and you try to make it go through. I'm pretty sure inflict wounds does not work on constructs, does it?
Doesn't
it
say.
does.
Oh, it does. So yeah, you go through and you watch as like black cracks sort of begin to decay the stone that is on its body.
Can I do a little flavor text then because the Hexblade's curse? Oh wait, it wouldn't be Hexblade's curse. So actually, that's -3. So there's it's 39. No, 38. It'd be 38. points of damage.
38.
Yeah, because the Hexblade's curse is not on.
Oh,
the-
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like pits of parts of the stone begin to like chip off the body.
All right. Yeah, well, my turn there. In between, well, technically, sort of on top of Dorabella. Floating above her, so she has room to get up if she needs to.
Okay, so you actually can't end your turn within another creature space. So you would have to move.
Okay, 10 feet above her, so she can stand below me. How about that?
Okay. Sort of forgot that you were flying.
It is I. Fly prison.
Right, address.
Punch, punch. Angry ape.
Ping pong noises.
Does a 22 and a 25 hit?
Yep, both of those will hit.
25 and 16 bludgeoning.
Two.
Right, you punch it twice with your like huge ape hands. You watch as more pieces of the stone fall off, but it still looks relatively intact.
Oh my god. The fuck, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Like-
I don't have any bonus
Yeah.
actions as an ape, so
It's not even bloodied, right?
That's not bloodied yet, no.
it's more damage
What
than I
does the
would
dodge
normally do.
action do?
Gives disadvantage for all attack rolls against you.
All of them, right?
All attacks, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
Do you stand up and then take the dodge
oh, yeah.
action?
Yeah. I forgot I was prone. Yeah, stand up.
So you were hovering 10 feet in the air, right?
I am hovering 10 feet in the air.
Right, you watch as two hammers begin, well, one hammer in quick succession tries to strike you twice in the air. That is a 29 and a 14.
Well, I will bring up my shield to stop the 14. Well, actually, no. 14 wouldn't hit me anyway. Why am I doing
I was like, are you sure?
Sorry. Yeah. The 24 hits, or whatever that was.
29.
Yeah.
Right, so you feel this hammer rocket into your side, and you are taking 24 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, not the worst. I'll take it.
Alrighty, Arn, your turn.
I'm going to come up and I am going to recklessly attack twice.
Reckless. Your first attack is going to miss just barely, and so is your second.
Alright. I will end my turn.
Right, Adrian. Oh, is Sunny still? Okay.
I
Oh, no,
finished
you're
my food. Ah. I just had my camera off and was muted while I was eating.
Got it.
I will take out my pumpkin staff.
Please.
I wonder what a crit on the pumpkin staff would do to the.
That would turn her head into a pumpkin.
That'd be amazing.
Do any of those?
Hits. Hits. All three do.
I'm done.
Oh,
Are they
did,
vulnerable to bludgeoning? I forget.
are we
Right,
able
so
to
you
flank
hit it
this thing?
3 times with your staff, and it is now bloodied. Are you able to what, Karn?
I was gonna say, I thought we weren't able to flank these things last time.
Oh, are we
Oh.
not? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
So only 2 of those would have hit,
Yeah,
so
2 of them would hit,
17
so that's-
damage.
Yeah, it's still bloodied.
My bad.
All good. Alright, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Isaac.
All right. Mass healing word level. Oh. So we all get 8. Not the it's
Right, you all heal for 8 health.
Except for me.
As you sort of like feel a warm embrace of light sort of like cover your body.
Adrigast heals for nothing because I'm in polymorph form.
So wait, 19?
No, 8. The 11 doesn't count,
I wish.
right?
Oops, not what that is.
Wait,
That is not what that is.
1 second.
Wait.
Sorry. I'm trying to see where the 8 came from. Oh, it's just the d4 plus 4 because it's.
Mass healing word.
Yeah, that's healing word. And I rolled max for it actually, so
Yep.
Yep.
cool. But that is an action because that's how you've ruled it, correct?
Well, mass healing word is an action regardless, I think, because
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah, masculine.
Got it.
Yeah,
because essentially you could use healing words simultaneously on up to 6 creatures.
Yeah. I think I was just confused because when we were creating this character, Amaya, we had that conversation about cure words, cure wounds versus healing word. Okay. Yeah, that's my action. I don't think I have any bonus actions I can do with this person.
Alright, sorry, I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
no. Yeah, I'm done.
2 more big. Well, actually, hold on. No, because I wouldn't be able to do anything. I was gonna ask if I could like hold it down so it wouldn't be able to attack, but that's not something I can do.
Just kill the fucker.
Yeah, I'll just punch it twice. So, bop bop. Oh, why didn't this? There we go. Does a 16 and a 23 hit?
16 misses.
A 16 misses with a 23 hits.
23 bludgeoning.
Once again, like pieces of stone fall off, and you watch as its skin begins cracking.
Yep, that is all giant ape can do.
Right, Dorabella.
Dodge action.
Alright. Tomb Tapper is going to make 2 more attacks at you floating in the air, Isaac.
Good.
A 13 and a 23.
23 will hit.
Alright, so the hammer once again crashes like into your side. You are taking 29 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, still at 1.
Ah,
Yeah, both
There's a
times you
thing.
managed to be up with 1 HP.
this is preposterous. That's
Wow.
Meanwhile, I get totally nuked.
Yeah, Isaac.
I know, but it's just hilarious. Absolutely, 100%. But
Yeah,
it's
it-
just funny.
I look down at you, Doorbell, and I say, I have plot armor.
Ah,
That would have killed both Adjagast and Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
If they got
If-
hit by those two attacks,
Oh, yeah,
it
the
would have
double-
killed them outright.
The double nat 20 would have just blown Adrigast away. I would have been dead.
Yeah.
I think Adrian dies there too, right? I'm not sure.
No, Adrian wouldn't die outright. They would still
I would
get
get 2 critical wounds.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
I don't even know if I get one.
wait, how much was that? How many hit points was that?
That was 30. I mean 29. My bad.
So yeah, that I wouldn't pull a card because that's less than half of my hit
That's
point.
close, though.
What's your total?
65.
Okay. Yep. Cool. You're fine. All right, Karn.
2 more reckless.
First one will hit. Second one will miss. Or
No,
wait,
17.
second one.
17 for the second one.
Second one hits too.
Nice.
I finally get some more damage.
Exodia! Oh,
Yeah, right.
It is looking really fucked up. Like pieces of the stone are like falling off its body in like clumps now.
Alright, finish her off, Adrian.
Yeah.
Nice with the crit.
Too bad.
Pumpkinhead.
The last two hit.
Not Pumpkinhead. Is it dead?
Infavilla, tested down.
Which reminds me,
You attempt to hit it first with your staff, and you sort of like miscalculate, but the second one strikes, and then you go in for a punch with your fist. It is still just barely standing.
Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna go back here. I'm valuing my life for once.
Fair.
nothing wrong with that.
Pocket. Word of Radiance. So it takes 8 radiant damage, but or it's only plus it's 8 plus 8 will be 16 if it fails.
Sorry, can you say that one more time? Your mic is a bit quiet.
Sorry, I was also talking into my hand. It would be 16 rather than the added 11 because the Hexblade Curse is still on. What's her face? Oral. Title character. Well, if they make the DC 16 con save, no damage. But if they don't, 16.
Right, so you watch as this arcane light sort of radiates from you. I'm gonna breathe it on it. Yeah, so you watch, I was just seeing if it was damage to Orbella too, because I wasn't sure. So you watch as, like, these rays of light begin appearing inside of the body, sort of spiraling their ways up to the cracks, before the body finishes petrifying and falls to the ground.
And very quickly, how long does that walk to the tower take, you think?
Well, do we know? Like, we never saw, like, an entrance to the tower, right?
You guys never saw like a direct entrance, but you guys did see. Just gonna drag you back so you guys can see it on the actual.
As we're going, I am having that last potion of healing that I have in my knapsack and hitting myself with my healing hands.
We want to finish attuning to the Mythlar, though.
You guys can see a tube sort of come up from the top of the tower and connect at the base of what you like recognize to be like an entrance.
Oh, so we have to go over there and then go up to get to the tower.
Correct.
Oh.
We will
My-
finish our short rest and finish attuning to this thing first, though.
I don't think we can.
I think we have to. Do we have to restart
We
the
have to
attuning?
restart it, right?
Yes, because I broke my concentration on it, so I'd have to
Yeah.
restart.
And
And
then, you know, she could be attuning to it right now.
Yeah, I think we just have to book it because we can't give her a chance to rest.
You know, how long will it take roughly? I mean, I'm going to do this no matter what, but do you think this takes more than a minute
What takes more than a minute?
getting up to Oriel?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Like you guys are here. She is like here.
She's where?
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Way at the top.
So a considerable amount of time, right? So I'd have time to cast like a 10-minute spell, say for example.
You would. I am going to recommend you guys take a rest as a DM, but I'm obviously not going to stop you from charging up there if you want to.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a rest because I don't want to do that.
If the decision was that we were not going to go straight up there, I would not have taken that potion of healing. I just wanted to make that contingent upon us going up anywhere.
Now,
You guys
so
don't need to decide, so...
I'm
I mean, at the moment, you weren't sure if you, like, would have, but you guys just need to decide whether or not you're going to at this point.
I'm down for the short rest.
Back in Adrigast form, so I'm smart
Right.
again. Do I know roughly... I mean, I don't know how much info I have on gods, but, like, how quickly can they heal?
You're not quite sure. Just following natural laws of the world, things can typically like heal within like the designated time span. But where she has multiple forms, and she's a god, it's really hard to discern because her forms are larger and she has multiple of them, so it could take longer for her to regenerate. But she's also a god, so you just aren't really able to place your finger on it.
Okay.
Wait, so hold on. This is the Mythlar. The Mythlar is not at the top of the tower.
No.
So
We
she
are...
ain't going to be attuning.
She's healing.
She's, well, maybe.
Well, that's what
I
she
think-
said. When she teleported to the top of the tower, she said she needed time to recover.
Don't you have something hut, the tiny hut? We can long rest?
She can she's a god. She can probably break through that.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, but
She said we can meet her there. She didn't exactly.
she didn't say when. You're correct, but I think we should just short rest, and someone should attune to the Mythalar while the rest of us short rest.
I'll be fine. I can heal myself a little bit before I start reattuning. I'll just
Okay.
I'll blow some first level spell slots on some cure wounds on myself, and
Yeah, my primary concern is rage.
Adrian doesn't really. Well, Adrian would get some ki flowing through her body again, but Adrian doesn't need to rest for the health. Adrian could just attune.
And as I look to Adrian, as I'm like profusely bleeding, and I'm like, "Oh, how lovely for you."
Yeah, so Adrian doesn't need to rest. Adrian can do the thing. How
if you'd
lovely
like
for
that, Adrian, I will not say no.
Yeah.
Well, Adrian just doesn't want you to waste spells.
I thought I was under the impression that you were fully attuned to your items.
Here, what we can.
No?
Okay.
I don't know. I thought we had decided last time that we wanted an arcane person to do it, but I'm not sure. What
I
we
have
want to
knowledge
do.
of the arcane.
True.
She does.
Your, Edrigus, I guess you're at the highest amount of health, right?
I'm about half HP right now.
Okay. So if we
my
short
whole-
rest here and we go up, I can do something in the main. I'm going to communicate this in character. How about we all just take a lovely rest, and then on the way up, for those who are busy attuning, say for example, I use what I'm good at. You know, healing, helm, that chestnut.
Don't think I'm gonna be able to reach anymore today.
Well, if that's the case, then Isaac or not Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. Isaac could still attune to it.
I will go with whatever is decided. I can attune. Adrian, you can attune. I'm not coveting this gift.
I hold up my fist for Rochambeau.
What's that?
Adragast wants to attune to it for reasons.
Oh,
Adragast, is there, while you do that, is it possible that Frida goes up and just, checks on the goddess, makes sure she's all right, has her handkerchiefs, fresh roll of toilet paper?
Well, Frida's
No
not in
chance.
mine. I can send Alvin to scout, but
That's
Ye-
fine. You can go attune, I'll take care of your health while you do
all right. I will. Oh, it is 6 o'clock. I will. Adragast, since you seem to want best, is there something that you would want to unattune from that maybe one of us could access or?
yeah, I
you-
can. I mean, the three things I'm attuned to are the Robe of Eyes, my ring, and then the Necromancy book.
So the Robe of
So-
Eyes really is the only usable option for all of us.
And I can
Adrian can't use it.
I can unattune from the Robe of Eyes and hand it off to someone else and start attuning to the Mythlar.
How long does unattuning take?
Unattuning is a free action.
Gotcha.
But then also one of us attuning to it will then take up their short rest. So if it's just kept to the people who have short rest, who have attunement slots now, then everyone but that person can take the short rest.
I'm just gonna
Whereas
raise
if
again.
it's transferred over to you, then two people have to not take short rests.
I mean, I could also just drop my Ring of Warmth.
If you find that wise, by all means.
But you can
Oh.
hold on to something and be unattuned to it, right?
Well, the reason we're attuning to the Mythlar is not only to gain its powers, but to make it shrink to something that's manageable, I think.
Well, but what I'm saying is that you don't have to remove the Robe of Eyes and then have someone attuned to it.
Oh yeah,
'Cause we're all
I can
fucking
still
hurt.
I can still wear it. I just won't be attuned to
Yeah.
it.
So like we don't need to trade. What does the Robe of Eyes do again? Let me just see.
It gives advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, and it gives you a dark vision range of 120 feet. And you can also see any invisible creatures and objects, as well as into the ethereal plane, out to a range of 120 feet.
That actually might be useful if she does the blizzard shit.
Yeah.
Um,
But like I said, also, real quick, are we still affected by frostbite?
Yes.
Okay.
So you finish your long rest, it says.
Okay.
Adragast, I know someone of your learning probably is fascinated by such an item, and I don't want to rob you of that. It's something I think all of the arcane community can appreciate and learn from. We don't know what it can do. If it might be a good tool under your hand, or if you might be, I don't know. I'm not trying to dissuade you by any means. I think that you would be a worthy user of this tool. I'm just trying to discern your reasons for doing so.
I merely think that I wouldn't be capable of using it to its full potential. But as long as you think that if you are confident in your own abilities, you can feel free to attempt it again.
Who has Professor scanned?
That is fair. Professor Scant. How are you doing,
Hold on,
little orb?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Curious. Top of the spire. Does it have anything useful other than it being very high?
I know that the Netherese typically use their towers as places of power. It's where they kept powerful artifacts as well as other magic items, and typically where the higher-ups in their class lived.
Would any
Also,
of these also happen to be valuable to a god? Perhaps augment a god's abilities to inflict pain?
It's entirely possible, but I don't see why a god would have need for such things.
Professor Scant, what of this tool within this great orb? Do you know? Can you surmise maybe what it might have been used for? What it might bestow upon its user?
Well, I do. The myth laws were typically used to create the floating cities, control the weather within those cities. Well, within the region, really. They're quite fascinating what they're capable of. And they're also capable of recharging charges on magical items.
I have a fascinating idea, Adregast. In theory, if we, whoever attunes to the orb, if we can make it wonderfully warm in here, say
And-
like it is in the south, then a goddess of ice might be at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Pardon, as good an idea as that is, Isaac, could the myth law allow somebody who doesn't have specialty in, say, holy magic, radiant magic, anything that would involve healing, would that person then gain the ability to heal?
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand the question.
If someone attunes to the myth law, would any school of magic be open to them, or is it only the magic that they know is amplified?
What do you mean by amplified magic? I didn't say anything about amplifying magic.
So does it matter who attunes to it?
Well, anybody can attune to it, but if I recall, it's sort of like a group thing. Like, multiple people can attune to it, but it can only be used if everybody agrees.
Adregast, I think we can set aside our issues if you would like to co-attune.
I mean,
But I'm seeing from what I'm hearing from Scant is that all of us must attune. Is this true?
You can attune. Not must, but you can.
Interesting. I need to recover regardless.
yeah,
Are
I
we sure that Oriel wasn't gracing us with an opportunity to recover fully? Is that a possibility? Perhaps Alvin can go check and see if she's in the hot tub, for example?
I doubt she is so gracious.
I can
But
send
gracious enough to leave us?
only long enough for her to regain her strength, but I'll send. If you're that worried, I can send Alvin nonetheless, and I'll summon him on my arm and send him up to see if he can find exactly where the Frost Maiden is.
Are you sharing vision with him, or what are you doing with him?
I'm just telling him to go find the Frost Maiden at the top of the tower and tell me what she's doing, because we can communicate. I can communicate with him telepathically. So So if he finds the Frost Maiden, he'll tell me what he sees and what she's doing.
Is there a distance on the telepathic communication?
Yeah, one as long as he's within a mile of me, we can tell. We can. It's a two-way telepathic street.
All right, cool. I just remember we had an issue with that in the past, but a mile should be fine here.
Yeah.
That was, you remember, in the city. Yeah. That was a bad time.
Alright, you send Alvin up into the air, and he begins, like, looking in through the various windows fluttering about. He reports that he sees multiple blue creatures, walking around. He also reports that he sees what appears to be, like, tears in reality, almost, through, like, the different windows. He's not quite able to make out what they look like, but they look as though, like, black holes in the shape of swords.
For a brief moment, as an action, just for like essentially for like 6 seconds when he's describing those, I'll tell him to hold and keep looking at it and share vision with him so I can see for myself what it looks like.
Yeah, you see exactly what I said. It looks like a black hole, except it's in the shape of, like, a giant sword. Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So.
Even with that, you recognize the sort of tear in space to be an ancient, like, spell where the knowings of how to cast it were lost quite some time ago. These look like blades of disaster.
Oh shit.
We should attune.
I
One
have
of
no
us should
idea what
attune.
those are.
Whoever wants to attune should attune.
Yeah.
We need to rule the. If we're going up into this tower, we are going blind into hell.
Yeah, Isaac can attune. That's fine. Adrigas will stay with his items that he has.
All right.
Adrigas, care to explain what you maybe saw? Don't leave us hanging.
Well, I'll explain at the end because I'm waiting for him to get more info. So.
All right. Well, I will cast Cure Wounds on myself twice.
As he ascends up the tower, he comes up to sort of like a balcony. There he can see a blue crystal, about the. It's only about 2.5 feet in diameter, but you recognize it to be the crystal that Oriel transformed into.
And
There's no snowstorm around it currently, and it's not glowing. It appears to be dim.
is that this balcony right here?
I can't see where you're pinging.
This middle balcony?
Um,
Is that a balcony?
yes. And then in the background, he can also see a lone skull floating around inside.
Hello, what?
A lone skull.
Okay.
So a floating skull.
Yeah, and once Alvin finishes his scouting, I'll just have him disappear and go back into his pocket dimension, and then I will relay what he saw and also kind of what I saw, explaining that it's a black blade of disaster.
How long does it take to conjure such a thing?
I don't know the casting. I've only heard about it in the very old books. It's the casting of that spell has been lost for God knows how long, but the legends of what they can do are, as the spell title says, disastrous. We should avoid them at all costs.
But we
Well, I'm
can't
going-
because they're near the Frost Maiden.
I'm going
Perhaps...
to start attuning.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna just say while you're talking, I'm just gonna start attuning, so we're not wasting any time.
Oh, and we couldn't take a long rest even if we wanted to because it's not been 24 hours, correct?
Probably not. But yeah,
You could take a long rest at this point. I'll allow it.
Okay.
We
If
love
she's got multiple blades of doominess, followed by a lot more unclassified
How-
doominess,
how many black blades did Alvin see? Just one?
You shouldn't have done that quite yet, Karn, because you guys aren't quite long resting yet.
Okay, let me just dump it back down then.
I'm gonna. I don't know how to roleplay through this. I think a long rest.
Well, sorry. And I didn't mean to cut you off at all, Ian. I was just wondering how many.
No, you're good.
Yeah, how many black blades did Alvin see?
Alvin saw 2.
Yeah.
I think long rest. Like,
Well,
it's
can I
not.
finish?
It's not just one. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, can I finish attuning and then we go for the long rest, or are we long resting here?
Finish attuning for sure, and then we can go from there.
All right.
I'll take a short rest just in case we don't have the ability to long rest. During the short rest, I will pop a couple hit dice.
Yep, short rest and long.
Same.
Holy shit, really?
How many hit dice can you use?
Oh my god! Okay,
Oh my god.
you can use as many hit dice as you want, but I heal for 9. What do you fucking do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we succeed in our short rest?
Yes, the short rest succeeds.
Okay,
All right.
you know what? Just in case, because it won't matter regardless, if we... In case we can't long rest, I'm just gonna pop more. That's more like it. There we go. So that's another 13. Puts me up to... One more. Okay. I have 1 hit dice left, but I'm almost at full HP now.
Well, that is all my hit dice. So we're agreeing on a long rest, correct?
Well, we're doing a short rest, and then we might attempt a long rest after the fact.
All right. Give me them stats for the big orbiting.
Yeah. Mythalar.
For the Mitlar.
Big ol'
Everyone
powerful.
attuned to it cannot be affected by frostbite.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna text my wife something. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, that's cool.
$50-mile radius. Holy shit. Well, that's fascinating. Adregast, I think you would like this. I think you would like this a lot, and should we get out of this, I think you should attune as at least momentarily. I think this will be a wonderful tool.
Wait a second.
What is it, Karn?
We have the. Or no, it's only Isaac gets the info, right? I'm also
I
gonna
would
change
share.
my spells. Okay,
I
I'm gonna
would-
change my spells.
Yeah, I would share the information. I'd tell you all of the stuff
Well-
that I've just.
You can't change your spells until you hit your long rest.
Sure, but when we do, that's what I mean.
You mean if?
If we do.
We're,
Sure.
we might,
So
we're gonna
we-
attempt a long rest.
So theoretically, you can move all this stuff.
Yeah, I think that was the whole point of Yithrin. Is it was in the middle of it's 500 feet to all edges, so the Mythalar can make the whole city of Yithrin float and fly.
Should I see if I can bring this back up?
Monk attacks are a weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Like Magneto with the Golden Gate Bridge. For all
It'd be,
the X2 X-Men United fans.
yeah.
Okay, so imagine we just lift the tower up, smash it into the ceiling.
Just keep on smashing it into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how it feels.
This is how it feels. to
I
chew
don't-
live gum.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work, if that would do anything to the Frostmaiden, but
Well, none of us would know until we tried it.
true. But that
I
also,
can imagine that the force would be immense.
but it could also cause the iceberg we're in to collapse on us.
But if it kills the Frost Maiden, maybe a last-ditch effort?
It'll be taken into account, obviously.
Obviously.
All right.
Throw the rough rider.
Are we? Is everyone? I don't. If at all possible, we. Does it look like there was ways like because we have to enter through this thing, which puts us out here. Did I see any black blades above this area? Like, were the black blades only in the lower parts, or where were the black blades particularly?
There were none in the lower parts, but you saw them in like these windows.
Fuck. So we will have to either go through them or sneak around them somehow. Do I know if black blades can be dispelled?
You have no idea.
But I do know it's a spell that created them, right?
Yes. You do know that typically, like, they aren't able to exist on their own. You can imagine that similar to the hands that you experienced earlier, there's probably, like, there's something that's causing these spells to become living spells.
Yeah. Unknown Yithrin magic that we aren't aware of.
To the tubes, or where we're going. Where are we going, actually?
So we were agreeing on a long rest, right?
I have no idea.
I think
'Cause
we
I-
should do so.
Like, I feel like it would be a good idea, but at the same time, I don't know that I want to give the Frost Maiden 8 hours to recover.
I mean, I'm going to assume that what a god is able to do in a short amount of time is like way more meaningful. Like the blades of doom. There's 2 of them. Like it's not one, fucking 2 of these things. So, you know, I think it's less about whether or not she's prepared because she's obviously prepared, right? So maybe we should just do what we need to do to be fully prepared ourselves because there's 2 of those fucking things that you said are doominess.
Uh-huh.
I might even say disastrous.
Yeah.
Base expenditure you use. Magic can you restore my helmet's item ability?
Sure.
Same.
Take it into my hands and
Yeah, well, it just refills its charges.
Oh, it would do it on the long rest anyway. You can take an action to cause.
'Cause, yeah, it regains all expended charges if it's a magic item that uses charges.
Wow. We could literally make this city fucking float again.
We could try.
Yeah, it'd be awkward though.
I mean, float. We're in an ice cave.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, it
have
would
to
be
break
awkward.
the ice.
See,
Or
that's what we should have done with the Frost Maiden. A little social exercises, introductions, you know?
Oh,
And we crash the city into Beatrice's lair and rescue Jay.
Exactly.
Or Jillian, not Jay.
and Jay's ghost sort of looks out on us and waves like a force ghost at the end of
Oh
I mean, fair, honestly. She would be very excited that everybody succeeded.
It'd literally be like a fucking Star Destroyer coming crashing down into the planet. Oh, that would be a sight.
I mean, that's what happened the first time.
But here's a question, Amaya, for you. I can cast Control Weather. I don't have spells that high. Can I actually cast Control Weather?
You cast it through the item, but you have to be
Okay.
outside, which I don't know if we're considered outside right now.
It doesn't say you have to be outside.
And
though.
without
does
the
say.
need for you to be outdoors.
Mhm.
Oh, without the need?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you would be able to cast it, yeah. But what? I don't know. What's the casting time on it? Because it says.
It is
Isn't
10
like
minutes.
okay.
But instead of a 5-mile radius, it is 50 miles.
Oh, it's such a hard choice of whether or not to go for a long rest.
Is it?
I don't think it is.
Like I said, I personally think that it's bad to give the Frost Maiden time to rest, but we also need we also need resources to defeat the Black Blades and also the Frost Maiden potentially.
my big thing right now is that Karn doesn't have rage. That's what that's pretty massive.
But Karn's just gonna get put into a crystal again. He can't pass a charisma save. Look at him.
That is true.
Have you seen that man?
No charisma at all.
I think Karn's smile is. He gets a
Karn-
second shot at it, though. At least he has that.
You still have a piece of bone in your tooth. Right
I
there.
pull one of my teeth out.
That seems a bit extreme to pull your entire tooth out, but I suppose you would.
All right. I guess
I will mention before we go anywhere. I just want to say that one of the things I can do with Control Weather, I'm just gonna link it, is unbearable heat. So as long as you guys don't mind getting into your skivvies.
I mean, Adrian still has some sports clothes.
Wait a second. What would you could theoretically melt the whole glacier?
You could try.
Well, 50 miles with
You
unbearable
could
heat.
try.
yeah. Either way, though, I guess if everyone else feels like a long rest is needed, Adrigast will go along with it. But Adrigast feels uneasy about giving the Frost Maiden extra time.
The only thing we gain from it is your guys' gain, so Adrian's not gonna deny you guys the feeling of safety from long resting. Because Adrian just doesn't gain anything.
I just will gain my rage back. Other than that, I gain nothing else.
Well, yeah, but
I'll
that's pretty
regain
fucking big.
many of my
That is
spell
big.
slots. And
Yeah.
my-
Or we could potentially not gain anything
very
and
true.
then have to go fight the Frost Maiden and just surely die.
Yep.
Oh.
Die on the way up because of no resources.
All right. So I guess do we want to head back to the magnificent mansion to try and long rest?
Might as well. It's safe.
Because I
there,
don't.
At least.
I honestly I don't know that my dome would do it. A god could surely break through my dome, and
I
Probably
don't
the
know
Tomb
if
Tappers.
mansion can do it.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't think if she wanted to, she could have summoned those fucking swords down where we were.
no, those swords have been there. Like those swords don't necessarily answer to her. Those are relics from the similar to like the arcane hands that were like living in the Tower of Evocation. Those have been there since like the city crashed. So they're just living swords essentially, or something. You know. They probably attack whatever comes near them, unless it's like a maggot or
Sure.
unless it's something that's specifically when the spell was cast, something that was specifically designated for it not to attack. Anything else that probably comes within range of it probably gets attacked.
Yeah, I mean, we can assume that she has the ability to use that shit. So
Well, like I said, I wouldn't assume that she has the ability to control the blades directly because she's not the one that created Githrin. She's just taken, like, she's just set, Githrin is now part of her collection, as she calls it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, long rest for me. That's my vote.
But yeah, we can try to long rest in the mansion or wherever.
If it'll make Dorabella happy and less mad at me, then I'll vote long
Yeah,
rest.
make her not want to kill us.
No, I'm just upset that she keeps being snarky with me. Like Adrian is upset. Adrian's like, Adrian didn't do anything.
You aren't to the point that you can long rest yet. I told Karn this earlier.
Yeah,
Okay.
I removed all my stuff. So you just subtract whatever you took on.
Okay.
Just do it manually.
My dice. Okay.
Oh,
All right. I used all my hit dice. That's not true. And then.
Excuse me.
Doo-doo.
So to the mansion?
Yeah, we'll try.
And before we go through 6 combats to get there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's
we'll
kinda
try
what I
to
was worried about is the traveling.
we'll try to make it back to the mansion to rest, unless people want to just stay here and I can cast my dome. But
I'm
but
for
who's to
the
say that
dome.
we won't be the only person trying to get to this Mythalon?
Yeah, I'm here for the dome, while Isaac has the fucking benefit of the giant spell thing in the middle of the thing.
Remember, there's also the barrier in order to get into the Mythlar area.
Yeah, but there's a hole. Adrian points at the giant hole that got dug into the area.
yeah, and also the Frost Maiden had no trouble bypassing
Well,
said barrier.
That's a god.
Yeah, I'm keen to agree with Adrian here. Gods, just a thought, might be able to do more.
But the Tomb Tapper getting in.
Well, I mean, follow the leader, right? Tomb Tapper followed the god, presumably.
She could have broke the shield for it, maybe. Or she could have just had knowledge of what the Octad was.
I am all for a heated debate, but rest. If we go to
So-
the mansion, I don't think it stops her from doing anything that she would be able to do to your dome. Meanwhile, if we travel, we have the risk of running into more tomb tappers.
Okay, I'll just
Especially now that I am attuned to a big giant arcane battery.
sure. I guess I will. I will sit down and ritually cast the dome. Over 10 minutes.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Adriast.
Yes, doing it right here. Got it.
Wait, is that not a good thing? Oh no.
That doesn't sound like a good thing. Oh no. It's gonna be dispelled.
Adrian didn't think that was such a bad idea. Adrian, sorry.
I just logically
Dorabella,
thought.
don't hit me.
I just logically thought about the barrier. Oh. And 10 more tomb tappers show up.
What's Azragas intelligence, actually?
20?
You're smart enough to like keep track of the different things that are going on, like within the city and the different enemies that you might have. You remember that there are also cultists in the city, and their goal is also the Mythlar.
So, like my original thought, if we're going to try to long rest, it's better to go back to the mansion.
Okay.
Is that
Right.
Is
right,
that-
cultist and all that?
I will tell you what I told you.
okay? I've relayed the information saying that on second thought, as I'm like a couple minutes into my meditation for ritual casting it, on second thought, there's a lot more coming for the Mythlar. We'd probably be at a disadvantage staying here trying to rest. with cultists and such, as
I
well as
might be able to presume that cultists would also be able to attune to the myth law.
Maybe I
What?
would know if they did.
Professor Scant, if someone is already attuned to the myth law, can another attune as well? You said that many could do it, yes?
Yes, many can attune, and like I said, it cannot be used unless everybody is in agreement.
And there we are. So
Man.
if we leave its presence, the myth law will not be used. Unless Isaac somehow has some ambitions for the end of the world.
I do
think the
not.
sword. Okay, well, yeah.
I'm-
So, yeah.
I may have in the past, but all of that is behind me.
And can we say we're very glad you've made a full recovery?
As of you, you seem to be a little bit less prickly today.
Not true. I'm just, not wanting to die.
That's fair. Not wanting to die does tend to soften people up.
death is a powerful motivator.
It
Yes, as
is.
well as I also, softened up with one might say it was hammer time. Let's be on our way.
Yes, we shall.
Isaac's attunement will protect the Mythla from being misused.
So as we were talking about that, you use the Mythlar, so it's safe to assume that no one else is attuned to it. So we could assume that you are the only one attuned to it because you were able to recharge the magic items thing. Correct?
Presumably.
You attempt to recharge a magic item?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I didn't hear that. What were you trying to recharge?
The
I
The crown.
retracted. Yeah, I retracted my proposal because a long rest would have solved that anyway. But sure, we can try to charge up the crown.
I thought we did that. My bad.
I thought you guys didn't. That's why I was like,
Oh,
wait, I don't
okay.
remember this.
My bad.
Well, I mean, regardless, no one can use it as long as Isaac doesn't want it to be used.
Correct.
So
Can
let's
I
go.
sense if anyone else is attuned to this? Is it like a shared sort of like familiarity?
You don't know yet.
Okay.
You could try to do unbearable heat.
Yeah, you can try to do something and see if you can.
Yeah, fuck it. Why the fuck not? No. Well, you literally see all these emotions go over Isaac. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Fuck it. Wait.
yeah. My only hesitation is, I mean, do we really want to poke the Frostmaiden with a stick? For all it knows, it just pisses her off, and then we really do not get our short rest or our long rest. And then she just sort of seeks us out.
Maybe just try to
Fog.
warm it up a little bit, so that way we know it works.
Oh, I know what I can do. What I want to do is I want to create ground fog.
Yes. I was just reading that and I'm like, oh, that looks good.
And because I want to create these conditions where we can stealth, hopefully, to and from in a very, very clear state.
How thick is the ground fog?
Thicker than not having ground fog.
Does it just mean,
Damn.
would it be heavily or lightly obscured as we're in the fog?
What's that meme?
As Amaya flips through the book.
Need to find rules.
On a meme or rules on creating a ground fog? Because you guys talked about doing it, but I didn't hear anybody say I'm going to try to create the ground fog.
Oh, I think he said he was
You know
going
what?
to.
I'm going to try to create the ground fog. Fuck it. Casting
Okay.
through the middle arc.
As you begin casting the spell, you feel a presence that prevents you from casting it. But it's not a presence that's familiar to you. You can assume that it's not the Frostmaiden.
But I don't learn anything else about the presence.
No, you just feel this presence, and you can distinctly say that it's not the Frostmaiden. Because you know what her touch feels like.
All right. So the good news is that it's not the Frost Maiden. The bad news is it's someone else, which means that either someone is already, maybe the cultists already been in here, in which case it would be weird of them to do a strategic retreat, or another thought, they could still be above us.
As you say that, you guys hear the voice of a woman, clear her throat, from the other end of the room. I haven't tuned to it yet, though it does interest me.
Where the fuck? Oh, down here.
And
you see a woman
I
with
can't even see it, but a pale tiefling? Yep, it is
Yep.
Avarice.
Correct.
Avarice,
You
my
see
dear.
a pale tiefling with horns going up above her ears, a raven perched on her shoulder, and an extremely white face and pure white clothes.
Avarice, it's so good to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
I've heard much about you as well. That was before our previous friends told me a bit more about you.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, the one you made a deal with, the Vistas didn't take too kindly to that.
Oh,
This
good.
one here, he's a new gift.
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm apparently horrible at zooming out, so now I am zoomed into the black area on the side.
The better.
Trying to. Sorry. It's much more my computer than it is anything else.
son of a bitch.
So, alright, so there is a devil there. Got it.
Wonderful.
One of these little things.
We waited too long.
She has what appeared to be cultists in front of her and on her sides, and then a large ice devil standing behind the cultists next to her. That is what the cultists look like. And then you guys already know what the ice devil.
Oh, but it looks much scarier when we're fighting it.
Bug eyes.
What is your intent, Avarice?
I intend to attune to the Mythlar, same as you. How's this? Let's make a deal.
Oh, those tend to go very well.
No.
No, are you sure? It doesn't look like you really fit the fight at the moment.
How about this? You let us go. You intend to to connect to your little Mythlar here. And then we maybe we meet on even ground.
Why would I do that?
Because you have standards.
Standards?
That's
what holds people back.
I'm not familiar with this Avarice character, right?
You're not familiar with this Avarice character.
Isaac
Isaac mentioned something shortly about Avarice back when he was like affected by Frozen Heart's sort of grasp. Mentioned something about needing to become allies and work with this person.
I whisper over to Isaac. Are we fighting them? Is she killable?
We saw the ice devil pierce what that giant toad was in 2 swings. I don't think we're equipped for this. What do you want, ideally? What would be an ideal deal for you? What would you get out of it?
Well, the deal is, I attune to the Mythlar, and then we kill the Frost Maiden together.
And you don't kill us?
I promise I won't kill you.
And your people won't?
Or
I
that's how
promise
the
the
people
people.
behind.
I promise that my people will not kill you.
Do you count that devil among your people?
Stevil is among my people. He is my ally and my friend currently.
So none of your
Can't have
compatriots,
friends.
neither you.
Why do you need the Frost Maiden obliterated?
Well, obviously she's preventing certain things from happening in the area, and we need her gone.
How about information? If I can give you information, will you accept some terms?
I don't believe you're on negotiating grounds right now.
I'd hope I'd agree with Isaac.
Well, news for you. I will give you this one for free. Even if you were to eliminate me, there is another to this.
You must be talking about Uriel Larthus. He's the demi-lich that lives in the tower.
I see someone's done their homework.
Of course, have you not?
Oh, I have. I just like copying off of my friends.
Pardon, Demi-Lich, so
That's
what do
the
we just ascend up and
that's the
go
floating
cut through it?
skull that Gadrigas mentioned before.
So the Demi-Lich has aligned with the maiden.
Not like
More like the maiden has made the demi-lich of subservience. You see, the Frost Maiden is very particular in the way that she'd like to preserve things. She believes that everything is unique and deserves to be preserved. That's the sort of personality she has, I suppose. Even the adventurers that she kills, she keeps the statues in her garden.
We did see that.
But I digress. The way that she preserves things is torturous in a way. If she wanted to preserve Ithrin, my assumption is that she would talk to the one who was in charge of it before it fell, and force him into obedience with her.
So you
Are
mean
we
that
forced into obedience?
She's a god.
So, what happens? Say we agree to your terms, and we kill the Frost Maiden with your assistance. What happens then?
Well, I'll let you do what you want with the Mythlar, and then you'll unattune from it, and you go back south where you belong.
And you would use it for...
We go our separate ways.
But Adrian belongs in the east.
do I know
And you go back east.
Because
This is my home. What do you intend to do to it?
I intend to do nothing with the Dale. The Dale can remain just as it is.
What do you intend to do with the Mythlar?
I don't
thought
believe
it
that
was-
it's something that I really need to digress.
I thought it was the Frost Maiden.
can I roll a religion check to recall information about Levistus?
Sure.
What
Because
sort
I
of
wanna
deal
make
have
sure
you
this is
made
the
with
point
our
that
friend?
Andrew
What
can-
information are you trying to recall specifically?
He's frozen in a berg of ice, isn't he?
Is that what you're trying to, like, recall?
Yes.
So with that religion check, you're able to remember that, Levistus used to be a general of Asmodeus, and sort of as a punishment to, Levistus has always been a schemer. He's always been very dexterous with a rapier and a blade. He was actually known as the fastest among the demon lords, and most quick-witted. He plotted a plan with Asmodeus' wife at the time in an attempt to overthrow Asmodeus as the lord of the final lair of hell. In punishment, he sort of froze Levistus in a block of ice and forced him to drift among the river Styx and Stygia.
Okay. Is Adrigast's mental link still there? The Rary's telepathic bond.
No, because it only lasts for an hour, and I have not It's been long since an hour has long since passed since the last time I casted it.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, I thought Garen acquired his new gifts from the Frost Maiden, but it occurs to me that Levistus has been playing his hand. Would you have anything to do with the maddening of my father?
Me personally, no. But I did get this new toy, and you see as she like draws out like a familiar longsword,
Oh,
and you can see that its hue has changed from a like bright blue to sort of like a blood red.
do I recall what that means?
As you never quite hit
I
that
never would've-
point of the weapon, you weren't sure that it was like you didn't actually know that it was capable of those capabilities. I actually should have hidden those from you until you hit the milestones, but.
Got it. Well, still, I'm going to roll an insight check. Is that a bad thing?
Is the blade changing colors a bad thing?
Yeah.
Um,
And I presume that with a 21 insight check, a different colored Frozen Heart, which was already pretty badass, is a bad thing.
you could assume.
Bad if we're fighting them.
Yeah.
Good if they're helping.
I don't think we can fight them even if we were rested. We need their help.
I don't know that we would be able to beat the Frost Maiden alone, getting past all the blades and whatnot.
Liches, blades.
If they keep the Dale as is, then that's
Atlas,
not good.
I will do you a deal. I will try to keep it as neutral as possible. We will not get in your way to attune to the Smithlar. We will accept your help in destroying the Frost Maiden. From there, we shall parley again. I would even invite you and your minions, should they want to join. I shouldn't say that. May I have some time to confer with my compatriots?
Make persuasion. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Thank you. So,
Well, so much for long resting.
we need to keep them close so we know what they're doing. If we bring them along to the mansion, and they promise they will not hurt us, then we know what they're doing. They're in Icewind.
Do you really think devil worshippers are to be trusted?
They aren't to be
Yeah.
trusted, but they are at least lawful. They follow their own code. If she swears by it, we might be able to balance some neutrality within it. Find a good middle ground.
I can't help but wonder if this is somehow related to the cult of Asmodeus.
It very well is.
This makes sense. Levistus and Asmodeus don't see eye to eye. Shit, one of them froze each other for an eternity.
And if my assumption is correct, this Mythalar, as for all we know, is not bound to this one plane. She could easily bring this to Nessus, or down to the Hells, and try to melt Levistus from his bonds. I think that was her intent.
Then it would be simple. Someone keep it tuned.
Exactly.
The deal is that one of us unattunes.
Well, is there really, like, is that bad to have her take this and melt that? Releasing him and then starting another demon war?
Oh,
Can I make a religion check to remember the cost of the demon war on the mortal plane?
Make a religion check.
End it.
Big bada boom.
Oops.
The demon war never ended. It's still raging in Aberys.
Either way, I don't know that we have much of a choice. I think we have to accept
Agreed.
her help or accept defeat.
As long
That-
as we end the rhyme, that's all I care about. What dealings go on afterwards, it happens.
Well, as I've heard other people say, one problem at a time, and we'll when time comes for for Isaac to unattune to the Mythalar, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
True. And once we have the Frost Maiden off the table, dealing with a human or a humanoid, even a demi-human like her, is more acceptable than dealing with a goddess, in my book. So let's be fair weather friends. We'll even
In the pardon, Isaac. A question for them, if I could interject.
of course.
Given that you seem to have done your research, which is commendable, we certainly have been found lacking in the research department. I'm curious. Do you think it prudent to fully recover before we ascend?
As much as I'd like to say I'd like to keep you weak, yes, you would probably benefit from a longer rest. You all don't look to be in the best sort of condition.
Then I think if we are all of one accord, we can invite them to join us for this rest should they want. Even just Avarice.
They can rest wherever they want, but they're not resting with us.
I worry if being on a different plane that it will give them more chance to scheme, to lay groundwork for our demise. No matter what we do, I feel this is the one thing that my father taught me before he died. Keep your enemies close.
Besides, as you said, Adrigast, cultists are about, and, well, they seem to have a say over cultists' actions, and it would allow us to rest.
Well, these are the cultists I was referencing.
Precisely. So if we negotiate a deal,
and if they would hesitate to attack us with Avarice on our side. If she is a guest for us, she is just as much a shield as she is anything.
Well,
But we rest with one eye open.
I suppose.
I will only
get our peace.
I will only go ahead with this if we are all of one accord. I don't want to speak for anyone who does not feel like they are spoken for.
we don't really have a choice.
All right. Avarice, you have a deal. But in that, these are the terms. We will join together to defeat the Frost Maiden. You are welcome to attune to the Mythlar at any time, and come the death of the Frost Maiden, I or another will unattune.
All of you, unattune. Well, I'll give you all a use of it. To do whatever it is that you need to do, because I'm sure you're here for some reason. So I'll allow you to use it to do whatever you want to do. I assume is to end the rhyme.
How
Yes.
astute of you. You're very, very smart, aren't you?
So I'll allow you to end the rhyme, and then you leave. Your different designated areas, your homes.
And then, oh, Adrigast, by all means.
Just confirming, you will not attack us while we're fighting the Frost Maiden and after the fact.
Not unless you attack us first.
Noted.
I want to insight
I will
check her
al-
just to make sure.
Sure. You feel that she's telling the truth. Oh, one more thing. Like I said, this isn't the devil you worked with before. Levistus didn't quite like the fact that he made a deal with you and wasn't willing to harm you, so, well, Levistus destroyed him, but let's add this to the deal. I swear that I won't harm you by any means at all, and I will not allow Levistus to give me orders to harm you either. He's a forgiving master, and he would agree to these terms. He won't bring harm to you after the fact either.
Are you sure you can promise such protection?
You see that I'm loved.
I do.
Love is something that can be taken away.
It is, but it's been a long time since Levistus has trusted somebody with such a tool as this.
Avarice, I think you, as well as anyone here, maybe even more than Adragast, our astute wizard here, can appreciate the fine print of a deal. How about, if you would be so willing and appreciative, we have generally set up lodgings in the mansion atop the Conjuration Tower. If you'd like to join us there, we can enjoy this, maybe drink some wines that you are more accustomed to, or have a good meal for the first time in a while, and we can settle on some particulars. Would you appreciate that?
It looks like the bedroom up isn't available right now.
Really, Google?
What? What's not available?
The bedroom app for some reason, I don't know.
I'm curious, just as a flight of fancy, how easy would it be for you to identify a deceased in this glacier of cold and ice and death?
I'm sorry?
She's looking for one of our members that died and got teleported somewhere within the Dale. A loved one.
Oh, I'm sure that if I asked Levistus, he could bring me to the body immediately. If he so chose to. Or you could ask him yourself, and I'm sure he would be willing to do it for you as well.
Huh.
You are the one that wants the gift, after all.
How about a gift for you? I don't recall, but considering your abilities, I would wager that you were... Is there any insignia on her at all? Like anything other than Levistus?
There is not. She is just, like, pure white, and then she has, like, black horns that come out behind her ears.
With it,
Like, she's surprisingly, like, untarnished for the amount of time that she's been, like, in Ithrin, and the amount of time that she's spent within the Dale. Her clothes are, like, pristine. There's not, like, a mark on them, and she doesn't have any scars or any markings of hardship.
so Adragast just... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. With the sword, I would assume, or presume, that you are some sort of melee combatant, but something scratches me and tells me that you're some sort of wizard. Maybe a warlock? A witch?
Not sure why those questions are important right now.
Oh, just wondering.
I just speak aloud to the party, not necessarily towards Avarice, but if finding Ferrando's body can be included in the deal, along with protection for everyone here, I believe it's worth taking at this point.
The body is not something that I can promise myself. You'll have to ask Levistus yourself for that gift.
And for that gift, I will not be present. I cannot risk. I cannot risk further damnation.
So the trade would not involve the finding of Ferrando.
Not yet.
I can connect with Levistus. I can promise you a conference, if you will.
Brando would probably stab me himself. No. We'll do the deal. Well, I'm willing to do the deal because I don't see another option.
I agree.
Adregast, it's really a shame that you're the only other wizard in this party. I'm sure Velen would have missed this.
Don't care what Velen thinks. She wasn't really my. We didn't really see eye to eye.
One might say that we had a bone to pick with one another. I thought that was pretty clever. No, okay.
Avarice, this is just a shot in the dark, Avarice, but did you happen to know Velen, a wizard?
Of course, I've run the Skydock Spire currently.
You heard what?
Since we're having casual back and forth banter, I do believe I have something along the lines of tea leaves in my knapsack. That's a joke. I'm saying we should finish the deal. That's
fair. That's absolutely fair.
Is there? Do I know if there's any way to is there some sort of magical contract that I can do? Or is that a specific spell that maybe I don't have access to, but
I think they're bound by oath.
devils
Anyway?
Devils are, but other people are not. Devils have devils have a special thing about them that like when it's written in contract they actually have to follow it, but
Avarice, is your oath as worthwhile as a demon's? Or devil's, rather?
My tongue is silver, but my deals are true.
Oh, that's quite a non-answer, isn't it? But, like I said
no,
before.
I believe I answered it. Yes, my deals are truthful.
okay. How do we seal the deal?
If you want to make it a formal contract, then let's go to a more suitable place, and we'll write it in blood.
Blood oaths. Demons. Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Let's go.
absolutely. Yeah. Yes,
I
I
will
agree.
not be part of this.
Well, then let's adjourn to the more comfortable lodgings.
Adrian would assume you know where that is.
Imagine.
I'm monitoring it for quite some time.
Well, lead the way.
As we're walking, I just want to... You wouldn't happen to have been the one to have killed Velen while we were in the Tower of Evocation, were you?
I told you I have her in the Skydock Spire.
What is? Say that again. What did she say?
She has Velen in the Skydock Spire.
Sky Dog Spy. Oh, she kidnapped Velen.
So Velen's not dead.
Over the bones.
Yeah, what the fuck? Whose bones were that? And why was Velen's book on there on the bones? I'm confused
Wait.
now.
Skydock Tower is not Nithrin, right?
Skydock Tower is a Nithrin.
Oh, okay. Alright. Odd.
Well, I'm gonna dump the bones out then.
Those these bones were?
Goodbye, bones.
Well,
That's a
so
twist.
if Velen isn't boned, is she alive and well?
She's alive. I can't really comment on whether or not she's well, but she's alive.
Who?
Good. I was hoping that she would have. It's good to know she's. I don't really care, actually.
Well,
Well, it's a shame we're meeting on just such terms. If you had asked me 210 days ago, I think we could have been friends. Allies, even.
Well, we are in such a way now. Let us go quickly. We have a goddess to slay.
As we're
Great.
marching.
You guys make your way over to the Tower of Conjuration.
All right, long rest now.
You guys can long rest now. After we work out the terms of the deal that you guys wanted to make.
Yeah.
Fines.
I mean, the terms that Adjagas is concerned about is the fact that they will, in good faith, assist us in killing the Frost Maiden, and in the process of and after the fact, for you know, not just like letting us leave Ithrin, but like in general, they will not attack us like at all. Like we go our separate ways, and that's that. As long as each other may live, kind of thing. We don't interfere with them; they don't interfere with us.
Arn's 2 cents is that the Dale and its people will be left completely unharmed and left alone.
High five.
I believe these are suitable conditions.
So are the terms that we stated agreeable for them?
I will draft something up. Meanwhile, if you guys wanted to, you guys can probably take like a 10-minute break while I write this out.
Oh, we're actually doing a blood ritual. Oh no.
Alright, everybody get their penknives out.
I got a screwdriver. Will that work?
Yes.
Oh man, I really wish I
have
could shoehorn
pen.
Ferendo somehow in here.
I got a switchblade somewhere.
Ouch.
So
Okay,
sure.
Steven.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the
I stabbed it through my hand to
I
bleed.
saw.
Yeah.
Oh, the other point, number 4, was that we had use of the Mythalar for within a certain amount of time to accomplish what we wanted with it.
Yeah.
Right, which is end the rhyme.
Yeah,
with the
after-
flower.
Yeah. So after.
Well, it doesn't just have to be end the rhyme. It can be.
Yeah, we each.
Okay.
We can use it for whatever we need to after we kill the Frost Maiden. So we kill the Frost Maiden, or rather defeat the Frost Maiden, because we can't really kill a god. But we defeat the Frost Maiden, then we are free to use the Mythalar for whatever we need. And then after we've used it for our own purposes, we relinquish our attunement to it and go our separate ways. And then both during and after the fact of the contract, the two parties will not harm each other in any way. And I don't know, and I don't know if we wanted a meeting with fucking what's his bitch or not.
Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
This is try to end the rhyme and use the Mythlar for an additional use.
Well, for additional
It's-
uses, because an additional
Yeah.
use sounds like we're doing that.
Yeah, 'cause
and
she said-
one more thing.
Yeah, she said that we could each use we would each have one use of the Mythlar personally, so that would be like essentially 5 uses.
That's not what she said.
Yeah, she said we'd
That's how
each.
it's said.
She said that each of you can use the Mythlar for what you need.
To your own device or to your own purpose.
For
Yeah,
one
like
purpose, and I
that's what
assume
I don't know.
and
That's
I assume-
that's the way she worded it. If that's not what she meant, then we need to clarify. But the way she initially worded it is that you, as in the party, like can use it each once essentially.
We're gonna delete
But-
posts.
Also, I like how Adrian got her shit ripped for making a deal with the demon. But the deal was so good that the demon's master just killed him when he got back.
That was good. Yeah, right.
Oh, true. That's funny.
Do we want our resident negotiator to to sign off?
Is it?
No.
Why? I know you're in the middle of writing it. Are those three what is going to happen, or did you want it to go based off of what we already agreed to? 'Cause I know you're
She's writing it up. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee and shit.
Wow.
Well, seems as though our journey's coming to an end.
I hope so. I want to be done with the Dale and the Frost Maiden.
Want to see something cool?
Eyebrow perks up.
I take out my piece of paper and I envision the Frost Maiden's last form, like when it crumbled, like the final moment where she was still kind of like in one piece. We won.
That would be a good depiction of victory, I suppose.
And Adrian will try to trace that picture then. We have a flying angelic thing in the background who's calling upon whatever deity Isaac worships. Light just cracking out of the Frost Maiden. And then everybody, well, all of you guys in battle positions and stuff.
Yeah, Adragas was a giant ape at the time.
Yeah. And it was from my perspective, so I wouldn't be in it, but you guys all would be.
Can you trace it for, like, that's like a free thing? Or do you have to make a check?
Amaya has me make like a dex check or something, or sleight of hand or something, I don't know. It is what it is. But I will remember this moment. I will use that parchment every day for the rest of my life if need be, if I can't get someone to paint this, if I live through this encounter.
It's the capstone of Adrian's adventuring life.
I mean, it might be because we did that without any external assistance. Well, aside from the Morning Lord, you know. But
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, because, like, I thought, didn't Adrian say that she was, like, just going to stay in Icewind Dale and, like, she's not going to be an adventurer after this kind of thing, or?
Yeah. Maybe go meet with her sister type thing, bring her to the Dale, now that it'll be a bit safer. Introduce her to Karn.
It'll be, if defeating a god is the last thing you do as an adventurer, that's a pretty good ending to your adventuring life.
Yeah, Adrian would like to buy a nice, cozy little shack. And to heal any lingering injuries.
Yeah.
Adrian's still hurt.
I really.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder what the fucking ramifications are going to be making them not demon pact, not devil pact.
Hello?
No ramifications, and welcome back.
My mic.
Plenty of ramifications. Like
None.
Yeah, Karn's gonna rebuild the Dale, especially
Hey.
Bryn Shander.
Me too. Me
And
too.
guess what? Ain't no motherfucking wooden walls this time.
Brother is stone.
Oh, and that might be
List
the
us
most
in shit.
intelligent thing that's ever come out of your mouth.
I don't know.
Oh.
Karn's been the voice of reason for the past week.
Which is how you know things have gone to shit.
Ever since he lost that madness that overcame him and was carrying around along a severed head for several days.
Right?
Ever since that happened, he was our voice of reason.
Yeah.
Ever since Brunhild came into my life.
No, after she
your
left.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun little moment. I
great
was
shit.
batshit crazy.
For good reason, though.
Oh wait, I gotta gather an army to go murder the Tiger Tribe too.
What do you mean? We killed him. We killed our leader.
Oh no, we're going after the rest of them. Or at least
Oh.
I am.
You can do it by
Even-
yourself if we're being
I'm-
honest.
I'm gonna pull an Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones.
Just go murder all the
Man.
Tiger Tribe.
The women. And even the children.
I slaughtered them like animals.
Con, I wish you all the best slaughtering. I'm just curious if you'd be keeping an eye out for Fernando or any sort of thing.
I could attempt to search for his body, but there's God knows how many miles of rugged terrain to look for. I shall
Adrian
consult
will-
the shamans.
Adrian will lead you through. No worries.
I need to find a diviner.
Well, we have several that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
Did we get a level up, by the way, doing this long rest?
Yeah, I
or
was actually
no?
just-
I have no idea. Mine's in the bathroom.
Does it feel like it
You
would be a
know,
good time for
going
one,
toe-to-toe with
but
a god.
I also want to say that a trip to the bathroom is totally the place to write a blood contract. What? You need tile. Shit's gonna get messy.
I would say something, but it's too cruel. Women being on their periods, if that's a thing.
Oh,
That's not where I was going with that. I was going. The top.
My mind allows me to go that far.
No, okay. And we're done.
And we're done. And there's the
And we're
blood
done.
contract.
Says
out
the
window.
person. Yeah, says the person who brought it up.
Yep.
And I don't want to take responsibility for where this is going.
Nope, I'm out.
oh
What
wow.
else have you?
Well, you know, that all went a lot better than I thought it was going.
I thought we were just
mean,
gonna die.
Well, I
Yeah,
would say
what-
shit was real scary for a minute when both me and fucking Karn were in the gems.
Yeah.
We had the two of us down, and then I think was Durabella down at the time.
She
Or
went down
was
right
Guys-
after.
She
Yeah.
was down while you guys were in the thing, wasn't she?
Maybe.
Was she not?
I don't think
I
she
thought it
was.
like the last turn.
I think like the turn, like right after we came out of the gems, is when she went down. Like
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Isaac had the 2 nat 20 hits him, so he was down to 1 HP there. So we're almost down 3 characters at one point.
But yeah.
Wow.
it was like she got real scary, but we got through it just barely. Like all I can say is thank God that like whatever the fire damage that Isaac did released the fucking gems.
Yeah.
If that hadn't happened, I don't know.
No, we would be dead. We'd be dead. Even with
Yeah.
partial healing on anyone's hands, you know.
Man, it sucks. There's no way to shoehorn Ferrando in any of this. Like looking at the weather, I'm like, can the weather tell me where he is?
Well, you can make the weather like milder, so that way it's easier to search for rando instead of fucking raging ass blizzard.
I mean,
But-
we're gonna end the rhyme
Yeah,
anyway. We have all of the ability to endure the cold with everything we have.
Arn and me will definitely find Ferrando.
eventually.
Yes.
But the best bet is actually because of Adrian's rangerness, like
Mm-hmm.
that together with locate object. Even a locate object has like a really, really
Yeah.
brief window of time relative to the issue.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
only
we
1,000
know-
feet.
We know a tribe full of people, you know.
No big deal.
Eventually, we'll get somewhere with it.
And at
Adrian will
least they're
give her
frozen.
true. Adrian will give her second eye looking through the telescope.
Is that something the doorbell would do?
No.
That would take a long
It's
time, I feel like.
it's
though.
something I would do, but I don't know if the telescope only lets you look through Yithrin or if it lets you look anywhere.
It's a
I
matter
thought
of
she said
time.
anywhere.
Well, they did use it to look at the stars, so at least that's what I
'Cause-
thought the initial description was for.
That is something Adrigast would do, especially being attuned to the Robe of Eyes, which would help me with that. Like
Oh, you could have, yeah.
I would definitely attempt to, if I could, attempt to use the telescope to find Ferrando. 100%.
How about you save the world first, and then come back and give up your eyes?
But this is the world.
Well, yeah,
The
I mean,
world to you.
we we are going to do the Frost Maiden thing first, but I'm saying like, after
No,
we
I
kill
meant the other saving the world thing, which is coming next.
Oh. Well,
We
I
find
don't.
Brando's body, we'll just FedEx his body back.
I
I'll
have
just res him.
I have faith that I wouldn't lose an eye in searching for Ferrando.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
So hold on. The telescope.
it was a perception check.
No, I know, but you couldn't. I know it moves like super fucking fast.
Yeah, it allows you to search at like 1,000 of fucking like because you can travel at like 1,000. The eye, essentially, you're seeing through an arcane eye that can move at 1,000 feet per like round.
I'm
And then-
wondering
And
if
then
there's
it's
any way to cast locate object on the eye itself. Probably not.
no, but and then I think you have 1 minute to use the telescope essentially. So you have 10. You have like you have 1 minute if you use the telescope for longer than 1 minute, then it attempts to eat your eye, and then you have to make like some sort of save, and it either takes your eye or doesn't.
Like a con save or something.
Yeah, I think it was a con save.
Mhm.
But as long as you can find what you're looking for in less than a minute, you don't even need to make that save. So
Well, good luck.
Ferrando's important. We'll deal with the Frost Maiden and then Ferrando.
You... Wait. Wait.
What?
Wait. So you're not going to the next part of the campaign?
What do you mean?
I think she
Yeah,
said
Drew.
we can take some time between.
It's probably gonna take more than some time. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna take quite a bit of time to find him.
Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. Because especially if we can get Yithrin out of the ice, if that's possible, and have it be like floating above again before what's her bucket takes it, then that would have definitely give me a good vantage point to use the telescope on the fucking glacier to look for his body.
And that's when Karn comes out to be evil, and he now has his floating city to conquer the world.
That would be the plot twist of the century. He's actually an 18 intelligence guy who's just been acting this entire time.
And in between sessions, I've been uniting all the tribes, so I have all the tribes of the barbarians, I have all the orc tribes, I have all the Goliath tribes. They're all just gonna pile on.
Man, if we
I-
still had Jay, we could have had the orc tribes.
That would be
curious.
that would be a campaign in itself right there.
Yeah.
When you make a weapon attack, Adrian's fist, you alternate between the fists.
I can if I want, or I could bite them, or I could kick them,
So
or
the
I
reason
could
I
just...
this
could
is the reason I
both.
ask. Because you have more attacks
My fists are magical weapons.
Well,
Okay, so it wouldn't be.
no, your fists count as magical weapons when overcoming resistances. They're not inherent. They're not innately magical weapons. I think is the way it's worded. So that should still work.
Probably.
Because I believe the key strike says that your fists count as magical weapons when determining whether or not. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, Bless helps Karn hit really fucking hard, but
Ooh.
that's a lot of extra damage.
You can make my weapon magical too.
Yeah, but 4 attacks to add a 1d8 that's damage is doubled.
Yeah.
Like how many attacks you can get around? You can get 5, can't you?
And it's 1d4
I can
damage.
attack four times around.
Okay, so that's a 40. It's 44. If it hits.
And a +1 to attack rolls. So,
Yeah.
not bad, Al.
As an average increased damage of 8 per round. Whereas if Karn gets Bless and it makes the difference between whether or not he hits, it's a gajillion. So.
Great Weapon Master has a definite crush.
But
It's
if you
fucking
just didn't
ridiculous.
use Great Weapon Master,
It would still hurt like
you would
fucking hell.
hit so much more.
Yeah.
That is true. With that juicy extra 10 damage. Now, if it's a high AC creature, I think I'm just gonna start turning it off.
Like the
Yeah,
Frost
'cause-
Maiden with 20
yeah.
AC.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that fucking Crystal was gonna have 20 AC. 20,
And now we
Probably
know.
22 AC, probably. Because my, 20 didn't hit, so I'm
Yeah,
scared.
19 actually.
Yeah,
And it was, yeah. We already knew 19 wasn't gonna hit.
Because yeah, when she was in her big form, I think her AC was 21. Because when you rolled a 20, it missed, but like a 21 hit her in her like when she was in her big like ice form.
Mhm.
So
I rolled pretty well on my 2 hits in that last combat. Now I'm just waiting to roll all nat ones in this next combat.
yeah,
Hey,
Ready
what
for
are you
it.
doing? What are you doing? What are
Amaya
you doing?
is back now. If you wanted to ask her questions, I know you were.
Has she prepared the ritual?
No, I
should
just
wait.
spent my time shitting on the toilet, so.
Fair enough.
Prepare the blood ritual.
These amended conditions. I was just wondering if we were going with that or what we did before.
What amended conditions?
Oops, that's what we did before, and this would be what folks wanted to amend. A top was, I think, what was suggested before.
And the fact that they are actually going to help us kill the Frost Maiden, obviously. But
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think we need a deal to secure that one.
I think we do.
yeah, let's just say you want.
Okay.
I want
fine.
every detail. Devil's in the details, as they say.
We need every single fucking detail in there. If she breathes, it needs to be in there.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because she's gonna find some fucking loophole that we didn't.
Loophole.
Yeah, she's gonna find some loophole we didn't think about. Like I said this,
Or
but I
she
didn't.
just wants to kill the Frost Maiden.
I mean, but she also
Down.
doesn't. She also, I can imagine she does want to kill a Frost Maiden for her own purposes, but she also, if she can find a loophole to get around it and kill us in the process as well, she's gonna fucking do it.
Well, yeah. But all I'm saying is, Amaya in her free time might be looking for loopholes. But as of right now, we can kill the Frost Maiden and the Rhyme, and then she can look for loopholes.
Number 5, I am all for it.
Toy pony.
Actually, Adrian gave away her last toy pony, so Adrian would appreciate another one. Adrian also gave away her toy car. Several
Adrian wants a toy
dolls.
pony for her.
I would feel so bad about adding all of these if Amaya is actually going so far as to write this shit in blood. That'd be fucking terrible.
Yeah, she-
And don't forget this shit.
Wait, what about the keychain mimic?
No. That's dangerous, Karn. Stop.
Coolest little trinket I've ever rolled and seen.
Excuse me.
Yeah, too bad that we got killed like the session after we got that.
True.
Did we live an entire session after that?
Once, I think 1 or 2 sessions, yeah.
Yeah, because I think oh, what was the name
That was
of?
in the town where we did the safe cracking or whatever.
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
that's but that was like I think whatever Fat's character's name was. What I can't remember his name. Pompous
Neither now I
asshole.
think about it.
Yeah, it's the pompous asshole guy. I don't remember his name. His character found the mimic keychain like the session we like got to Tribar essentially.
I think the only other cool thing I've rolled was the I guess the self-refilling shot glass like once a minute.
Ah, that's a good one.
It's like every minute you can have like infinite shots, so essentially you can drink as much as you want.
That's just as good as the never-ending flask.
True, but it regenerates every minute, so it would be a long time before you get any culpable amount of fluids.
In one of the other campaigns I used to play in, one of the characters had a enchanted shot glass that did that, and my character had tinkerer's tools and forge tool proficiency, so I made a shot holder for their crossbow, and we called it the shot. That's the story.
Yeah. One of the
I like it.
one of the best like low level like I think it's a common magic item. One of my favorite ones is it's one we've had for a long time in a different campaign. It's the alchemy jug where
Yeah.
where you can just it's the alchemy jug. You can just say the name of like any liquid into it, and the jug will fill up with that liquid, and then that liquid stays in the jug until you use all of it, like pour it all out, and then after like, I think it's like you can do that once per day. So like once per day you can just get like a gallon of any liquid you want.
Didn't we find one in this campaign? I could have
Okay.
swore we found some.
We had the
alchemy
abracadabra.
So this is what we have, and then I will write up a more formal document after the session when we have more time, and then you guys can decide like whether or not you want any adjustments made to it, but it's still gonna have like these base terms.
Okay.
Party will be granted to use the Mythlar. Of what the hell is that? Irrelati what? Oh.
That was
Imperial
the
or-
general.
So the second term, I'm assuming, is part number 2, correct?
Correct.
That yells sequel to me.
So wait, communion. Doesn't that
think
mean
that
we
would be
like have
fine.
to?
That's a
another-
meeting. It's
Yeah.
essentially that's saying like if you there she's offering us like after we defeat the Frost Maiden, we can choose whether or not we want a meeting with Levistus.
We just have to come up with another thing that is a good deal. Minus the whole soul thing. Would be really interesting if the cost was super steep.
So
I
we
mean-
get to wait to use our second Mythlar charge for whenever we want to call it into play. Because it doesn't say that we have to immediately use it, but it says immediately after we use it, we have to unattune from it.
Love it.
So,
Again, I'll write up more like specific terms
I don't-
afterwards, but
Let's
I like
not
it like that.
the intention is that you will use it like immediately after killing
Yeah.
the Dale. Like you guys will be unattuning from it before you head south.
Let's not play lawyer.
Yeah, I was like she's gonna do more specifics
you
later.
have to play lawyer. It's the deal. Like I said, I'll write up more like specific terms afterwards. This is just like gonna be the base outline of the deal. And then once I write some more specific terms, you guys can say, well, we wouldn't have agreed to this. Let's adjust it, sort of thing.
My
So,
next
yeah.
backup character is going to have a background in civil law.
That was an episode in Fairly Odd Parents, where there's a pixie or fairy who, like, same deal, like always a trick in the contract, and then they to me
Oh,
which
it was
lawyers.
Jurgen von Strangler, or whatever his name was, the rules lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jürgen von Strangler.
But as far as the base outline of the contract, I think that's pretty much all good.
Okay.
We're missing-
Long rest and then we hoof it. Long rest, hoof it.
I think we
We
long
long
rest.
rest.
I think we're long resting and then ending the session. So
Poop. All right.
Because there's no way we're going up that tower in 20 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
I mean, are we
Do we
all
level up,
busy
though?
tonight?
That is a good point.
I mean, I have already stuff with fire for my wife.
Oh, okay.
Do we level off of this?
So you guys are agreeing to the terms for now, and then, like I said, we'll just adjust them.
but yeah,
Yep.
as far as the base outline, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll get into specifics in between this session and next session.
I'll find some glasses to wear so I can look sophisticated.
Well,
Monocle.
I'm actually wondering if we can leverage cults.
When you guys rest, you are. Did you guys ever get a level for completing the towers? I don't know if I ever granted you that level
No.
up.
no.
So you guys are getting 2 levels upon this long rest.
Oh boy! All right.
All right, I'm doing that before.
Yeah. hold on.
Okay.
Let me
Could use that extra power rush.
let me long rest. Long dash rest.
That's
Oh.
just dope.
So, Amaya, what's the ability check required to trace a picture that I create with the Parchment of Memories?
It was an intelligence-based sleight of hand.
Okay, wonderful.
But the DC, because you're tracing it, the DC was like super low or something.
Yeah, the DC is like 10 for a trace.
Can we end this here so that people who are...
Actually, no, it was lower than that. It was 5 for a trace. If you're tracing something, the DC was like 5.
Okay.
Just so that we're on a good standpoint and we don't have to rush level ups, could we end here so that those who want to think about their level ups can...
Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
that's what I was figuring. Like we're ending the session now, and then you can level up your character just anytime before next session.
Awesome.
But I'll go ahead and